The last time payroll was the easy part of your week. With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you have saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's Gusto.com. Gusto.com.
Time. A lot of virgins working in one room together. A lot can be accomplished.
Hahn.
I just got excited.
And Rosenberg.
Alan just expressed theoretical arousal about the Dolly Parton puppet.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
302 in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you till 6:30. Hanging out at Plattduetsche. Love the fact that we're here. Had some excellent food for lunch. It's in Franklin Square.
Wait till you see this menu.
And it's brought to you by Milagro.
Yep.
Milagro. Enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer.
Can I get a Milagro right now, Milagrosa, if I could?
I had a nice Pilsner to get things started.
Did you?
That's a good
Already?
That's
It's a very, very hot day.
Come on, it's Friday.
Come by here.
It's Friday. Let's
All
go.
the World Cup games. We got a game getting underway right now at 9 o'clock.
Well, your home
USA
country.
is going to play.
Your home country's playing right now.
Well, which home country?
Italy.
No.
Hungary?
No. Where would you like to live?
Canada.
Oh, yeah.
I love being Canadian.
You love being Canadian.
So all the
wish you were Canadian.
TVs are locked in to the matches leading up to 9 o'clock. But obviously we're here to celebrate the Knicks being on the verge of their first championship since 1973. We got a big show. 1-800-919-3776 is always the number to call.
I don't know if I love On the Verge.
Tim Legler is joining us at 3:30 from San Antonio.
Big legs.
We've got sound from both the Knicks and the Spurs. We've got a Fraud Alert Friday coming up at 4:30. And I got the travel gavel. I brought it
travel
with me.
gavel.
Oh, boy.
I brought it with me. I didn't trust that anybody
The travel
would
gavel.
bring
Flip
the
it.
studio
Flip
one.
it over, right? Isn't it?
No, this is
That's
it,
the right
baby.
side.
This
What are
is
those
it.
two little? What is this all about?
Oh, these because I hit it so hard that the little screws are coming
All
out.
right, I see.
But I have that coming up at 4:30.
Travel
6
gavel.
o'clock we got E&N, and then we're out of Dodge at 6:30. Mets and the Braves tonight. Now you just said something interesting. What don't you like about On the Verge?
I don't like On the Verge.
How should it be put?
They are on the verge.
They're 3-1. They're a win away.
But On the Verge makes – I'm just telling you how it hits my brain.
Go ahead.
It feels like foregone conclusion.
No, it does not.
Hold on. You can't tell me how my brain takes it. On the Verge means it's happening. It's done.
No, it doesn't.
That's what On the Verge
Well, then you know
means.
what? You needed a brain adjustment.
On the cusp.
Get yourself some
That feel
Milagro
better?
right now.
On
You'll
the
feel
edge?
better.
They have an opportunity. Oh, so I think someone listened to you, Alan.
Oh, God
Look at-
bless.
say God bless.
God bless.
God's-
us.
Me bless.
This is
I mean, I'm
wonderful.
okay. I'm good.
No, but
I mean,
listen,
it's a sponsor. They're here. Like we
no,
might as
no,
well.
you have to, for
I'm
God's
gonna
sake.
try- listen.
Why wouldn't
Hey,
I?
listen, we got 2 other hosts just in case something happens.
No.
But here's why your brain's wrong. I'm not even going to say you because I think emotionally you're detached right now from your brain. Is the fact that if God forbid, they lost the next 3 and lost, what would the conversation be? They were on the verge of a championship, and look what happened.
Yep.
On the verge is on the verge. Saying, the Knicks are gonna win, or the Knicks are gonna gonna be celebrating a championship. That's an issue. But they still are on the. When you're 1 win away, you're on the verge.
Yep.
When the team that you're playing is 3 away and you're 1 away, you're on the verge.
You know what? You're right, because On the Verge does not mean that it always happened. In fact, you can say it in past tense. You could say, oh, he pulled himself out of the gutter. He was on the verge of bankruptcy.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But he didn't go bankrupt. So you're right. Maybe my brain is processing it wrong. But thank you very much, Sean Winthrop. My feeling is this could go one of 2 ways. My brain is telling me they're going to lose tomorrow night and they're going to have a hard-fought battle on Tuesday and win it at the Garden. That's what my brain is telling me. But then my gut, the same gut that said, I might as well bet 1,000 this time, is telling me, nah, man, they're going to finish them off tomorrow night.
Now, you want my theory?
I would love
off
a theory.
this. This run has been the consistency of this team on this run has been a couple of things, but one that which is why you go into this game with this thought that it should be over this weekend is that in every series they have closed on the road. But they have not only closed on the road, they've closed with an absolute sledgehammer on the road.
Great point.
Every series. Teams desperate, right? Facing the Hawks desperate to force a Game 7 after, losing 2. But then there's also 2 teams that were like, we can't get swept on our home floor, right? We can't get swept on our home floor.
Right.
Proud teams that just don't want to be embarrassed. Got absolutely, what do you want to say, boat raced? Whatever you want to say. They got just crushed in the elimination game. The one thing about this Knicks team that not only are they very resilient, hard to kill, never give up, always stay in a game, the other thing about them is they are they have like this killer instinct about them when there's blood in the water, when there's time, when it's time to kill, they come in for the kill.
True.
And so I'm wondering if they have that same sort of steely focus for this game that they've had in the other series to make it 4 for 4, closing out series on the road.
Now, this is a different
Remember, they've
animal.
won 8 in a row still. That streak is still intact. The 8 in a row road games.
On the road.
Right.
On the road.
No, they've been brilliant on the road.
So that's
Now,
why I'm, the reason to
So
feel
you
good is
think-
that's my reason to feel good.
What's your gut?
My gut is it gets done.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, my gut is it gets done. That not that it broke the Spurs, because they're still, they're going to say all the right things today. They still, it's funny how Mitch Johnson, like every other coach, it's more about us and less about what they've done. And what's funny is that it's never about the Knicks, and that's exactly what the Knicks do to you. They make you think, like, how are we losing to this team? But you do.
But there's evidence. Like, if I'm coaching the Spurs, I can go into them. I thought, Kenny Atkinson was just whatever, just coming up with analytics. He was pulling rabbits out of a hat trying to keep his team.
Nick Nurse was doing it too.
Nick Nurse.
Blaming his team.
But here's the difference. Spurs had leads in all 3 losses.
Yep.
Big leads in all 3 losses.
Yeah.
Their best player missed a jump shot that would have won Game 3, right?
Still missed.
I'm sorry, Game 2.
Game 2. He also missed 2 free throws.
No, absolutely.
So still
he can
missed.
go and say, hey, but the point is they can look at it and go, these are unforced errors, guys. That's why it's on us. Wemby was open for the shot to win Game 2. Missed it. He wasn't blocked.
Right.
He missed a wide open jumper that would have won the game. If Wemby hits those shots, nobody's defending a foul shot, then that's a completely different ending to the game. Maybe they still lose.
I get it. You're right. But the Knicks could also say, if we don't throw the ball around in the first half and all these turnovers.
But that's irrelevant to San Antonio. I'm just saying that.
But I'm saying you can every game you can do this.
But right now there's a coach trying to keep his team engaged.
All right,
and I think
it.
there's enough there that they can all say, you're right, coach. If I hit that shot, we win. If I defend that play, if I allow myself to get fouled at the end of the game, if I dribble around trying to get fouled at the end of the game.
I think there's
you're making it's a good point.
There is plenty to tear your hair down about. There's plenty for San Antonio to believe in still, right? And obviously 3-1, as we know, statistically, mentally, and emotionally, is a lifetime away from 3-0, right? 3-1, it can still be done in their mind. So they know, handle our business on our home court, something we should have done, you could make the case for in Game 1 or 2. Let's do that. Then let's go back to the Garden and do what we were on the verge of doing. And then we've been saying this. This is not Atlanta. This is not Cleveland. This is not a team that is just going to not believe anymore. I think they still truly believe they can do this.
Right, and I think there's
to.
enough evidence. But I do agree with Peter. Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Cleveland had to know deep down we're not as good as this team.
Yeah,
now,
they saw.
That doesn't mean we can't pull off a miracle, but that's what it's going to take. San Antonio, I think they can look at enough evidence to say it should be at least a 2-2 series. There could be a scenario in which, listen, if Wemby hits a shot in Game 2 and they hold on to a 29-point lead, they're up 3-1. Maybe if there's a couple of things that happen differently. And so there's enough evidence there. And they're a really good basketball. I think they're better than any of the teams they played. I don't think they're coming back and win. But I do think there's enough evidence there that you can, without howling and pulling a rabbit out of your hat, try to convince them otherwise.
Al, let me ask you. If you're the Knicks right now, through the first 4 games, Which is the game you're saying, let's just mimic that?
Game 1.
Game 1's the one?
If you're the Knicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game one is when they were down.
It was the first.
They were down
it was
14.
Early, but it was early. Yeah, they were up at the half.
Up at the half.
They flipped the game pretty quickly, and then they were in pretty much control. Then they gave it away, and then they got it back.
And they took it back.
The giveaway at the end.
No, the giveaway was at the end of game 2. No, it was reversed.
No, I'm
game
sorry.
2
You're
was
right.
the giveaway.
You're right. Game 1, it was still a little tight. Then they went 11-0 to end the game.
Right.
They just absolute slam the door.
So that's the best game
yeah.
you could point
to. Me, it's you're gonna get the emotional punch. You always do. You're gonna get it. You know it's coming. The building. Although there's something to be said about the arena, and how much emotion will be in it. But you're gonna take the emotional punch. You know it's coming. To the second quarters of flipping it, which didn't have. They've been doing that well in the series up until Game 4. Second quarter in Game 4 was more of a disaster than the first quarter almost. But what you then do is you're just hanging around, knowing they're going to wear down, especially their big guy. He wears down in close games. And then you just throw that knockout punch late. And that's what they did in Game 1. But this series, game to game, has not really followed this. The only script that has been the same is the first quarters. The Spurs have won every first quarter. That's the only thing that has stayed the same.
That is so interesting, right?
That's it. Everything else has sort of had a different storyline.
And Charles asked that question the other day. You know, what's going on with you guys in the first quarter?
Yeah.
And they're kind of like, we don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird. It is weird that a team that's been well coached, and we're lauding Mike Brown, and with good reason. One of the hallmarks usually of a good coach is coming out of a game strong. They have not been able to start well. It's interesting.
Now the Knicks are pursuing a ring, but there are other rings.
Yeah, there are a lot of. I'm pursuing a ring as well here. Which is when this is all finally over with. You know, I got that great project going on at my house. So let me tell you about Rings End, who's a part of this project because they've been really helpful working around my busy schedule for this project that we're doing in the house. It includes doors that we're going to have installed, beautiful French doors. And that Rings End offers that and more. Doors, windows, stuff for your kitchen, anything when you want to update or upgrade your home. If you've got a project coming up and you need to get something like that I've described to you, talk to your contractor about contacting Rings End. Why? Because they do it right. They don't do it over. They have showrooms, by the way, with products that you can touch and feel and try, so you know exactly what you're getting. They have 8 full-service lumber yards in Connecticut and Westchester County, and 12 freestanding paint centers as well. They're family-owned and operated since 1902. They are a Northeast business. This is not a national chain, so they know the area and what you need for your home. And by the way, if you can't make it to a store, just shop online at ringsend.com. That's ringsend.com. Talk to your contractor. Have them reach out, and they'll get the best products for you for your project.
1-800-919-3776 is the number to call. 3-1. For a lot of people listening right now, this is the first championship you're ever really fully going to experience. Our boss, John Winthrop, the pinhead suit, he's a Ranger fan, but he says he's a casual. You know, he watches during the playoffs. He was 12 years old when the Rangers won in '94. So he will look at this Knicks championship because his Jets have never won anything that he was alive for.
And he's a Mets fan, too.
He'll look, and the Mets either. That he'll look at this as his first real championship. A lot of you are feeling that. And what are you prepared? Like, how is it going to be? I remember my first championship. I had the greatest 86 ever. I graduated from high school, and my 2 favorite teams won a title. The Mets won the World Series, and later on in that 86 season, in January of 87, the Giants won their first Super Bowl. And
the Z28 came out, which you love the Camaro.
I couldn't afford it, but some of my friends did, and it was something. You wanted to get that sky blue one. Oh, that would be great. They go back in time with that. That would be amazing.
Throw in the tape deck, little Van Halen.
So my first title, the Mets in October,
Early Van
and then
Halen.
the Giants in January. Like, I was 18 years old, so I was
If you were a
certainly
day.
old enough to remember that. And freshman year of college, I'd just been a college freshman at that point, in the middle of it, and it was so surreal's the word, because you never know what it's going to be like, and all of a sudden it happens, and I can't believe that the center of the baseball universe is my team. And Peter, you went through it, and I guess it was because you were born in '79, so the one you remember the most is '87.
91.
Not in 87, you know?
Well, no, the first one I remember is 87.
Right.
But 91, I was 12. So,
So
they're able to
that was
process
wheelhouse,
it.
yeah.
Like
So
8,
you know what it's like.
8 was, in 87, it was sort of turning me into it. I was super into it, but I was a little kid.
Yeah.
You know, Marco's how old?
8.5.
I was Marco's age.
Yeah,
so
I can't see him.
That was me in the 77 Yankees. It was like the same thing.
It was a big deal,
It
though,
was
for
a
me.
big deal, but I didn't really know what the hell I was looking at. But the 1980 Islander Cup, that's a wheelhouse for me. That's, 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Now you really know it sinks in like, this is awesome.
So that feeling I had with the Mets and your feeling with the Redskins, your feeling with the Islanders is what a Knicks fan is going to feel.
Well, and what if you're
when
young?
and if the Knicks get it done?
And think about it like this, too. If you're a 10, 11, 12, 13, even 14-year-old Knicks fan, if they were to win a title this year, I know that's going to sound like I'm going overboard here. It kind of changes. If you're a hardcore fan, it kind of changes you fundamentally, like who you are. Your belief in, like, what can happen. Guys, let's not pretend. The Mets fan, the adult Mets fan, who has not seen them do anything in 40 years, in some ways it shapes their personality. There is often, for a lot of my Mets fan friends, there's a certain bit of woe is me, like, yeah, it never works out. Like, that's just what Mets fans are. And I'm sure there are Knicks fans who are that exact same way. You get a championship early, it kind of changes the way you view the world. You're like, no, sometimes your team's good.
Yeah.
They win.
Yeah.
They get it done.
It's the older fans that had that scar tissue, which is why that comeback and the Anunoby tip are things that a lot of fans were saying that never happens for
My
us.
team.
Is how fans were talking. Like, we are always on the other side of that. So to have that kind of – and look, let's be honest. There's some miracle in that play. Just like Buckner. There's some miracle in that. So to have that work out for you, Norwood missing that field.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Now, you already had one in your pocket, the championship. So I don't think if the Giants fan felt like that always goes against us. You already had one Super Bowl. But, like, those types of moments for a Knicks fan were always someone else's moment. Like a year ago, Halliburton and the bounce. That bounce is like, of course it went in. It always goes in against us. So the tip for a lot of Knicks fans that are old enough to have scar tissue, that's why it was such a delirious moment of, wait,
It's
that
us.
That was for us?
Right.
That happened for us?
It's an amazing take, and even if you've rooted for good teams, Don, I don't know about you. Maybe you'd have to think about this. Fun thing for us to break down. I don't think I have the only one I can think of that sort of play happening for my team. The only one I can think of was the year after Maryland won the tournament. In the first round the next year, they won on an absolute falling out of bounds. Drew Nicholas, buzzer beater three. I was in a bar in Maryland. Every glass smashed. I've never, otherwise, the Penguins, I'm not saying they never had pivotal plays, but they've always been sort of dominant in their runs.
They always have a horseshoe up their ass, the Penguins.
It's repeated. It's not
winning
like
the lottery. Come on.
They beat the North Stars in 6, and then they swept the Blackhawks.
It was never, oh, my God. Celtics, same kind of thing. I mean, I'm not saying they haven't had hard fought. The 2 titles they've won, I was pretty confident they'd win those titles. It didn't take a miracle. Even when the Terps won their national championship in 2002, we went into the Sweet 16. They beat UConn. They beat Kentucky. They get to Indiana and smoke them in the final. I didn't go through the, like, I can't believe this moment's happening. The Music City Miracle, one of those things.
Yeah.
That's what the OG tip-in is.
And also,
Yes.
you know, when you're talking about just seeing the first one in your lifetime or the first one in a long time, let's not forget about the fans that were alive in 73 and 70.
Yeah.
There were teenagers and they were college kids, and they've lived through 53 years. I just know my dad, when the Giants won in 86, it was the first time he had seen the Giants win in 30 years. So
How old was your dad in 86?
Oh, in 86, he was, 51?
Got it.
So.
And he passed a few years later, right?
No, he could have. No, he
no,
died.
it's younger.
No, he died. Yeah, because he
No, he
would
couldn't have been
He
51.
died at 59.
By the way,
so he was 40. So 49.
We should have a warning on our show when Don starts
48.
getting to. Okay, we got it. We got
He
it.
was 48. I just
So
was going
48, and it had been since he was 18 years
since
old.
he was 18 years old when he had graduated.
That's
high
the
school.
nostalgia
Just like I
part.
was I had just graduated high school. He had just graduated high school. There was a symmetry there.
That's
he
cool.
was 56. I was 86, and I
were
mean,
86.
there's no selfishness on his part. Is what?
You said he was 56, I was 86.
Yeah, my
You were
father,
18 in 86.
You mean
No,
his
my dad
his
graduated in
championship-
56.
Yeah.
I
I was
graduated in
86.
86. So when you say
yeah.
I was 86,
Class of 86.
all right, I was right.
No,
that
no,
whole
you were
time.
right. You were right.
You were right.
It's still,
Peter and I were in another dimension at that
it's gonna.
point.
It's still gonna play as a drop, but you were right.
But it's
you were
not
right.
right. It's
No,
not
you
right
were
for
right.
it to- He wasn't happy for me. He was happy for him.
Right. Oh, yeah, because he'd been through it. You hadn't been through it.
And then everyone after that, he was more concerned about the fish tank when Norwood missed. Because he already had his ring. He's
Watch
good.
the fish tank.
This is yours. You can have one.
Just don't mess up the fish tank.
The 86 one's mine. You can't have it.
Right.
Now, the 91, I'm just worried about the fish tank. That was his main
right,
concern.
he'd already had it.
You know, so.
Well, I relate to that. Like, I wonder, and Alan, I'm guessing, you know, Alan's such a deeply connected Jets fan that I think you'll need that. But as far as the Knicks go, they win a championship here at your current age. I know you're always going to want more, but, like, you're kind of all set.
I'm good.
You're kind of all good.
I was actually thinking about this, too, going home, going to the hotel after the game.
Because you know, been your home recently.
Yeah, it's amazing. Got to sleep in my own bed last night.
How about that?
That was tremendous. That's why being on Long Island, this is the best commute I've had in about a
probably
month.
10 months from another Hahn coming.
I told you. Did I tell you guys what Stephanie
Jalen Ogugwa.
Ogugwa. Yeah. So she's on board all of a sudden, which is pretty cool. No, I was thinking about this, and I was saying, like, it is going to be weird when you go into a new season because it's been this dogged pursuit of a champion. Like, when will they get one? When will they get one? They've got to get one. How can they get one? And then if they can finish this, I don't know how it'll be like from now on. Like, I'll almost be just sort of like, yeah, whatever. You know, like I don't think I'll have that same intensity about losses going forward because, like, okay, it got done, right?
I
just don't know. I don't think I'd be greedy about, like, you better win another one. Like, no,
Alan, listen.
I don't think so. I think this is like like what Sam said in '94. Although a lot of fans said, you know, I wish that wasn't true. But his words, and this one will last a lifetime, I do feel like if they can get this done, this one, for me at least, at my age, will last a lifetime.
Yeah, you can't say typical Knicks anymore. You can't say long-suffering Knick fan anymore.
No.
It'll be a little bit different. Want to hear from you at 1-800-919-3776. Tim Legler had to move to 4. So we'll jump in with your phone calls coming up next. 4:30 Fraud Alert Friday, 6 o'clock ENN. Keeping an eye on Canada and what is BIH again?
Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Sure, a little too much Bosnia.
You know, we should
you think it's too much Bosnia, but you got to watch out for the Herzegovina.
Well, the Herzegovina
right now needs to score. Oh, they scored. So the Bosnia now needs to score.
It's kind of a cool kit they're wearing.
Yeah, I agree.
Bosnia
they're 1-0 on
Don't
Canada.
hate them.
Come on, Don. Get your guys together here, dude.
I believe it's 0, Don.
It's 0, yeah.
It is 0.
It's definitely 1-0.
You know what?
I stay 0.
I'm not playing with those reindeer games.
Yeah, no.
That's how I say it, 0.
Yeah, I don't all of a sudden start saying 0 because the World Cup's here.
I'm with these jerseys.
But the jerseys are fire.
Yeah.
But, folks, we are under 6 hours until Team USA kicks off World Cup 2026.
So come out to Plattduetsche to see it. All the TVs are dedicated to the World Cup.
Yep.
Back with your phone calls. Tim Legler at 4. Don Hahn Rosenberg just getting started on a Friday on ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Launches a straight on 3. Missed it short. Tip by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in. The Knicks take the lead with 1.2 to go.
The NBA Finals.
And the New York Knicks just pulled off the biggest comeback win in NBA Finals history.
NBA Finals Game 5 coverage and a chance to win it all gets underway Saturday night at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
D'Agostino, Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite Back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win. A lot.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This June, don't miss our midweek Money Rush drawing and your chance to win your share of $50,000. Be here on Wednesday, June 10th and 24th from 3 till 6 p.m. when one lucky winner will be drawn every hour to win $5,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one winner will take home $5,000 cash plus any unclaimed cash from the previous drawings. Come to where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon and happy summer Friday, but definitely not a happy ride on the Staten Island Expressway westbound. Already jammed heading over to the West Shore and adding to the delays, a crash in the center lane by Woolley Avenue, backed up across the Verrazano into Brooklyn onto the westbound belt. Looks like we've got something brewing on the BQE westbound over by Atlantic Avenue. Not moving much, heading over to the Brooklyn Bridge. You're solid there from Queens Boulevard in Queens. Inbound, George, still have some road work on both the upper and lower decks, about a 20 to 30-minute ride using 8095. No easy way to the outbound, George. All of your approaches already slammed. Outbound Lincoln already about 20 to 30 minutes. Outbound Holland close to 45. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. The big soccer tournament is almost here. Skip the traffic and take public transit. Sit back, relax, and arrive on time. In a showdown of transit versus traffic, transit wins every time. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code MULTIPLY to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code MULTIPLY to borrow up to $10,000. Use code MULTIPLY to borrow up to $10,000.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg live with you here at Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. Canada's still down 1-0. All
1-0.
games are here.
1-0.
Well, you could say it. I'm saying nothing.
You're going to go nothing?
I'm also very much against everybody being called either United or what's the other one?
FC.
FC.
You don't like FC?
Garbage.
Well, you do realize that this is World Cup, so it's just countries.
Good, but I'm here in the United States, and I'm going to call things what I want to call them. That's what's part of being an American. It's all America.
I'm going to call like an
That's
American,
it.
and when you didn't score a goal, it's nothing.
But the U.S. is when it's on, and that's 9 o'clock.
Well, and we know something about nothing.
This is a great place, though. Real wide open. You got outside. You got inside. It's
if you've never been to Plattduetsche, it is very
By the way,
dope place.
It does behoove you to take a walk, go down, say hi to all the people over here. William Grant here, and just feel the breeze for a moment. Because there literally is a breeze. It's just not here.
Yes, is that true? Is it nice there?
They're saying it's hot, but when I go down there, it feels good.
No, they want hot.
I caught some like AC breeze or something. I caught something over here.
No, those aren't AC.
That was a hallucination.
Those are vents.
I know. I felt it. I felt something.
That was a heat hallucination.
It's a German place.
You know, like
Germans are tough people who will go, it's not hot.
You're in the desert. And
Fight through it.
You think you see a lake. You see
right.
Yeah, that's what
no,
you
like Chevy Chase.
It's a mirage.
Like Chevy Chase walking through. Oh, I wanted to say something to you guys that's very – when it comes to this show, a normal sports talk show, don't even bring it up. You shouldn't say this.
Boring.
For this show, could take over the rest of the afternoon.
Well, we hope not, but go ahead.
We didn't have a lot of TV options in Italy, and we're watching it at night while the baby's sleeping. And I said, you know what I've never started from the beginning is the recent National Lampoon's Vacation cover.
Okay.
With Ed, what's his face?
From The Office.
From The Office.
Okay.
What's Ed's last name again?
Ed Hearn.
Ed Helms.
Ed Helms. Yeah.
And I watched it from the beginning.
And
there are some like legit fallout, laugh out loud funny moments in that movie.
Really?
Because the original holds a
the original
high standard.
That's a hard act to follow.
Remember, they tried to do it as this is Rusty grown up. He's Rusty grown up. Okay, so they're not trying to cover the original. It is like
So it's not Clark Griswold.
But now Rusty it's
Rusty Griswold.
Clark may show up in the movie. How about that?
Really?
And,
that's a nice little tease.
And there is a scene.
Right. Now you got me thinking.
And the wife is Christina Applegate. I'm a big fan.
Yes.
And
always been.
And by the way, she is like comedically just brilliant.
Well, I mean, Anchorman.
But this is
so good in that.
There's a scene when they go back to her sorority on the road. And he's like, "Oh, come on, honey." And they go and see her sorority. And, Ed Helms obviously very nerdy. You know, like how he plays his characters generally.
Yeah.
And Christina Applegate seems very well put together. And when they realize it's her name is Debbie, they pull out the old yearbook. And they go, "Oh, my God, it's Debbie Do Anything."
Oh.
And Ed Helms finds out exactly what she was like. And then the scene that plays out, it's just – I'm going to give you a real recommendation. Don't expect it to be the original. But if you're looking for a few laughs on a late night, I was very impressed.
Might give it a shot.
It got no love. Neither of you saw it. Think about
big
the
Applegate fan. I'm a big Applegate fan, so I'll do it just
because.
And
do you like it? I enjoy Ed Helms a lot.
He's great.
So it's a great combo.
Yeah. No, he's great. He was in the Vegas movies, right?
Yes. All the
Hangovers.
He's in the Hangovers. That's right.
No, he's a terrific actor and very, very funny. I'll have to check that out. 1-800-919-3776. I will not be watching it Saturday night because the Knicks will be playing
probably not.
Come on.
Game 5.
Only one thing to watch.
Let's get back to the phones. Let's go to Ben in Springfield. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Ben?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Sure. Everything's great.
Before I start, Don, when you were on a plane to Michigan, you sat next to my manager, Brett, whose kid was visiting Michigan State. Does that ring a bell at all?
Yes, it does. We sat on the flight. The entire flight didn't say anything to me until I looked at my Twitter when we landed, and he tweeted, "I think I'm sitting next to Don LaGreca." And I looked at him and said, "Why didn't you say hello?
Just say hello.
Check." I didn't want to bother you. But I got to be honest with you, he was a really nice guy, but it was just kind of creepy. The whole flight, hour and a half in the air, and I found out through a tweet once we were able to get reception when we landed, but seems like a nice guy.
He's my boss.
Okay.
And ironically, I called that same day, and I didn't know I was off hold, and you guys heard me speaking to a female, and it was my colleague, and we were having a work conversation.
Very strange day. Interesting for you. All right, cool. Man.
But anyways, the reason I was calling is, as a Knicks fan, we can't get worried about Game 6 because this is playing out exactly like the Celtics series. If we lose tomorrow, we can't be freaking out on Monday and Tuesday because it's just playing out very similar to the Celtics series without a torn Achilles with the star player on the opposite team. So I just wanted to say to all Knicks fans out there, let's calm down. Let's be excited for tomorrow, but let's not freak out in the event.
Ben, I don't think this team is played at the level that it has for you to be freaked out about anything. And thank you for the phone call. But at the same time, I think one of the reasons why you feel good about what went down is that you would think you took their will away. They blew a 29-point lead. And if they come back and they win, say they come back, play exceptional basketball, win by 10, you'd be like, oh, I guess the Spurs aren't going away. I'm not telling you to be concerned, but I think there is a
I don't
feeling.
expect them to go away.
I
just don't know if they, again, think about how tight they'll be because they know no matter what the lead is, like this team can come back.
Yeah, that from that standpoint.
Like that keeps you, doesn't that keep you tight though? That keeps you tight. And I'm telling you, Wemby ran out of gas again. We can't just we can't look at that and think that that's just a one-off. That's not a one-off. That's been every game. And the only game they lost was the game that they had 1 million reviews and stoppages that allowed him to catch his breath and play the whole quarter, and it didn't impact him physically. But if they get into his legs like they were doing in the second half and beat him down, and he's got to play and log heavy minutes, you're telling me that what we've seen in this series, where in the second half he's out of gas, a couple of other their players are out of gas, that you can't use that against them again? That's the formula, guys.
Right.
That's the formula. When they say that, it's what we're doing, yeah, it is what you're doing. You don't have the stamina to keep up with this team because amazing transformation from a year ago, this team has depth. But they never had that before.
But the one thing that works
or they did, but those players hadn't played. So having the depth and the depth being able to actually contribute.
I'm
just saying.
But remember, the one game the Spurs won is the same scenario for pretty much the rest of the series, and that is the extra day, right? They had the extra day going into Game 3, and they won. They're going to have the extra day going into Game 5 and Game 6, right?
Yeah. Weird thing is they traveled today.
Interesting.
Well, that's a weird thing.
But
really?
That should not be.
The Spurs left. No, I'm sorry. They left. They traveled yesterday, so they had the home. They had their practice day. They traveled yesterday, though. Sometimes you'll travel right after a game, but they were still in town. They didn't.
They waited. They
didn't leave till
they had to
morning.
get egged at the hotel.
Also,
do you guys see the other angle of that?
The other angle of what?
The egging?
No.
The egg did not hit him.
It missed.
It missed.
Oh.
The original one I saw, it looked like it clipped him right on the top of the head.
Still threw the egg.
Oh, no.
It's not right.
Hold on. I'm not.
So he's a bad guy with bad aim.
It was a bad guy. No, pretty close, Don.
At least he could have been a bad guy with good aim.
Listen, you've never seen a target like Wemby before. The man is 7'5".
How did you miss him?
I know it's a lot of head though.
It's a lot.
Oh boy.
Well, they call him.
I need that. We're going to need that drop.
I don't know if we'll be able to play it. DHR live from Plattduetsche in Franklin Square is brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer.
Yeah.
Let's go to Eddie in Spring Valley. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Two things. First, I think Dylan Harper is he's the heart of that team. I know Wemby's, the big guy, whatever, the star, blah, 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 whatever, right? First off, Wemby averaged 29 minutes a game during the regular season. Now he's forced to play over 39 minutes. That 10 minutes extra, we can see what's happening, Dylan Harper needs to play the fourth quarter way more. There's no reason he should be sitting on the bench for 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. That makes no sense.
But I tell you what, though,
Eddie,
Eddie, I agree with you. I don't mean to cut you off, but I wanted you to know that I agree with you. Because I think the future of this team is Castle and Harper as a backcourt with Wemby, and they're going to be nasty. But what I'm saying is, if you got to look at his numbers in the second half of games. Harper has great first halves. His numbers in the second half fall off big time, shooting wise. So I think if you're,
he's not playing
he's 20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, and I get it. Yeah.
So that's what I think they're thinking in San Antonio is they want to put the veteran out there in De'Aaron Fox more than they want to put out the 20-year-old whose numbers definitely drop off in the second half. It's just a real thing.
Quincy is in Hillsborough. You're on ESPN New York.
Gentlemen, happy Friday. It's the converted Peter hater, by the way. I called a few weeks ago.
The what hater?
The Peter hater. I called a few weeks ago.
The turnaround Peter hater or active Peter hater?
Turnaround Peter
hater.
Yeah,
my guy. Oh, yeah, we're on board. That's my guy now.
Boys now.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Damn, you guys got me off my game. What was I going to say? I just want to preface this by saying – No, I remember. I want to preface this by saying football is my favorite sport. I played a lot of football, street level, high schools, a little bit of semi-pro. I play flag football to this day. But I've also played a lot of basketball. And I don't think a lot of people comprehend how difficult that OG tip-in was. The fact that it was in traffic, he's a clear foot away from the rim, He's high above the rim. He meets the ball at his highest point of his jump, and he knows that the time is ticking. He could have had his hand on the ball with zeros on the clock, and it'd be a different game. It'd be a different outcome. Instead, for him to be able to do that, it's really going to go down as the greatest basketball point or 2 points that we've seen at least in a long time. Another thing real quick that I wanted to say was anybody beating up or jumping on some Spurs fans in the city, man, y'all got to relax. That's wild. Yeah. I don't know if there was any Knicks fans that left the building when they were down 20 in the fourth, but they should definitely get their ass kicked if they left MSG thinking that the game was over, because this team is different. They're going to do it in 5. I don't know. Y'all got these other callers calling in, talk about Spurs need to do this and the Knicks going to look, they can lose in 5. What the hell are they talking about? Knicks are going to win tomorrow. Big game. Knicks in 5, man. Come on, let's celebrate.
Again, I like it, Quincy. Yeah. And again, I'll remind everybody, they have closed every series on the road. And they have done it they've done it in dominant fashion. And so I don't know how you guys feel about this, but the word is that all direct flights from New York or Newark to San Antonio are now booked. Every flight is full.
Oh, they're going.
And I asked my agent, because he's in L.A., to check. From L.A. to San Antonio, all full.
Really?
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of Knicks fans in L.A., too.
You don't say.
And there's the secondary market right now is reporting that 50% of resale on tickets for Game 5 are from the New York, New Jersey area. So there's going to also be a potential for another one of these situations where a large contingent of the crowd will be Knicks fans, both from the left coast, which there's a huge group of Knicks fans out there.
Left Coast Knicks, that's right.
Left Coast Knicks. Good reference. Peter, very proud of you.
I know about the Left Coast Knicks.
Okay.
You think I'm an animal?
No, you're not an animal. You're locked in. I love it. But between that, I mean, the atmosphere in San Antonio could be really interesting.
Well, because I saw the Basketball Forever tweet, 50% Knicks fans, almost half of the tickets for Game 5 have been bought by people from New York or New Jersey. I'm assuming the 100-point game or something, it's going to be just extending the series.
Right.
And if you're a season ticket holder, you're like, all right, if they do fight a way back to a Game 7, that one I'm going to hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
But if I got a chance to make $10,000 on a ticket,
that's the piece.
What am I missing out on?
Yeah.
DHR live from Plattduetsche is in Franklin Square, and we're hanging out here talking Knicks basketball. Get to the World Cup a little bit later on as well. And it's all brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. Tim Legler is going to join us at the top of the hour, Fraudulent Friday at 4:30. Ian
Flags moving.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Launches a straight on 3. Missed it short. Tip by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in. The Knicks take the lead with 1.2 to go.
The NBA Finals.
And the New York Knicks just pulled off the biggest comeback win in NBA Finals history.
NBA Finals Game 5 coverage and a chance to win it all gets underway Saturday night at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Hey, New York, are you okay to drive? No, really. Did you know just one drink could lower your inhibitions, slow reaction times, and reduce coordination? That single drink causes your judgment to be altered and makes it harder to track moving objects. The risk you take by getting behind the wheel is not worth your life or anyone else's. Call a cab.
Hey, I'm looking for a cab.
A ride share, a sober friend, or take public transit. The New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee is reminding you to always drive sober.
Greatness isn't given, it's earned. On June 27th at Barclays Center, 2 undefeated stars step into the spotlight for boxing immortality. Jaron Boots Ennis versus Xander Zayas, battling for the unified WBO and WBA World Super Welterweight titles. Only one leaves with the crown. Witness the pursuit of greatness, live at Barclays Center, Brooklyn, June 27th. Final tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Runs it in midcourt. Launches a straight on 3. Missed it short. Tip by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in.
when you're a little kid and you become a fan, these are the moments you dream of. It's like the sports gods look down and say, no, you've waited since May 10th of 1973, and guys, you will wait no more.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Big events are bringing more riders across the region. So if you're taking New Jersey Transit for everyday trips, plan ahead. Check schedules, allow extra time, and consider traveling outside of peak hours when you can. New Jersey Transit is running additional service to help keep everyone moving. But a little planning goes a long way. Stay aware, be courteous, and ride smart. New Jersey Transit, keeping your day on track. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
This Father's Day, do more with Dad and spend less with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him fired up with a new grill and accessories, like the Next Grill 5-burner for just $299, so you can spend more time together while he becomes the grill master he was always meant to be. Or build memories with savings on top brand power tools so you can tackle projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
This is the Michael K. Show.
I think it's not only a unifier between generations, it's a unifier between people with differing views. People come together for sports, and this Knick team is a unifier. It has brought people together. And I will forever be grateful of the time that this has allowed me to bond with my son. This brings us together. We speak the same language when it comes to sports, and that's such a neat thing.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The ESPN New York Beach Bash is back. Thursday, July 2nd at Bar A in Lake Como, New Jersey. Head down to the Jersey Shore and join the Michael K. Show and Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live starting at 1 p.m. Plus, there'll be appearances from DiPietro and Rothenberg, as well as Bart and Carlin. We'll have plenty of giveaways for fans in attendance, a soccer watch party, and the chance to test your skills by trying to kick a soccer goal past Rick DiPietro. Save DiPietro! Plus, music from Surfing for Daisy. It's all brought to you by Spike Dave, Boost Mobile, Miller Lite, Fanatics Fest NYC, and New Jersey Lottery. You must be at least 21 years of age to enter.
All right, DHR live with you at Plattduetsche in Franklin Square right here on Long Island. I am so happy to be in my hometown. Brought to you by Milagro, of course. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. I am certainly going to do that, and I look forward to it.
And USA fans, this one's for you. FanDuel is dropping a massive USA Super Boost for the matchup against Paraguay tonight. Right now, all customers can win up to $25 if the USA has just one plus shot. Yes, not a typo, just one shot gets it done. That's one of our biggest boosts yet on FanDuel. All you need is one moment from USA to cash in. Back the USA and get in on this huge Super Boost before kickoff. FanDuel.com/local to get started. Right now, only on FanDuel, 21 plus and physically present. New York option required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max wager $25. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for all the gambling problem. Call 877-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY 467-369.
What's all that you got there?
You want a bite here?
It looks delicious.
Got myself the Queen Bee burger.
Queen Bee. Look at you going with Beyonce.
Who's better than you?
Well done.
What did you have?
The Beyonce burger.
I had a Frankfurter.
Had a Frankfurter.
Which is, I mean, what you do.
No, we're in a German
When
place.
in Rome.
Yeah.
When in Munich.
When in Berlin.
When in Berlin.
When in Cologne.
No, it's wonderful.
And how was it?
With a little potato salad.
What about Alan? You didn't eat?
No.
Oh, you're coming from home.
I'm coming from home, and I'm bringing home. I'm planning on ordering a ton.
Nice.
There you go.
And bringing it home. Trust me.
God bless.
Little sauerbraten, little Wiener Schnitzel.
All right.
It's unbelievable.
Oh,
It's really good.
This is sort of your roots of Jace.
This is my roots of Jace. I'm also, this Mila Grossa went down way too easy. Delicious.
You've had a rough few weeks out.
Refreshing.
You have.
I needed this
deserve
today.
it.
I needed this
You
today.
definitely
You really
deserve
did.
it.
Needed this today.
And after my 2-hour drive here, I had I had a little Pilsner.
Like a
Of
gentleman.
course
Sure.
you did, like a gentleman.
Let's go to David on the east side. You're on Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
All right. Love you, Don. Love you, Peter. But today I got a question for Alan Hahn. It's actually more of a wacky idea I want to run by him.
Wacky idea. All right.
All right. So I want to preface this by saying it's not going to happen. I'm just hoping to start an interesting conversation. Look at what happened after Game 3. Mike Brown complained about the foul discrepancy, and sure enough, we got a very tight whistle in Game 4. I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think you guys do either. But it ended up hurting us because it put Cat in immediate foul trouble. He doesn't do well with the tight whistle. That's just not good for his game. And I think it's a big part of why we went down 29 points and why Wemby had such a good first half, because Cat had to come out of the game for long stretches.
Yep.
So here's the wacky idea. Should Mike Brown bench Cat for the first couple of minutes of Game 3, just like 2 minutes, so the refs don't use him as their whipping boy while they're setting the whistle? Keep him out of early foul trouble, figure out if it's going to be a tight whistle or a physical game before Cat gets in the game.
No, you prefaced it correctly that it's not going to happen, right? So I know it's more of a hypothetical, but it could be something you consider when you're managing minutes. If he happens to pick up a foul early, which you saw the first play, what did they do, David? His first foul was literally them setting him up for a guard driving right into his hip and trying to draw a foul. That's all that was. That was a play that was clearly designed to drive at Cat and get him a first foul early. And so you have to now protect him from that. And if maybe he gets one early, then maybe I might think about it. Because if you bring in Robinson, you do understand that they're not in the bonus yet. So you can't worry about them fouling Robinson on purpose. There is something to be said about protecting Cat. If he does get it one early, don't let him get two early. And that was what happened on the 2 plays later. He gets the call reversal on the very, very marginal chicken wing. So, David, not crazy. I don't see them benching him, but I would suggest watching what the Spurs do on their first offensive play if they are trying to go right at him to draw a foul with one of their guards. And if that does happen, maybe get him out just so he can play more later in the quarter and maybe even later in the half.
Now time for your weekend weather, brought to you by Neutral.
It's hot.
Looks like a nice day for the shore tomorrow, 89 and sunny, but there could be some thunderstorms on Sunday. That was your weekend weather, and it was brought to you by Neutral. Keep it tasty with Neutral Vodka Seltzer, made with real vodka, real fruit juice. Enjoy responsibly.
It's 92 degrees right now here in Franklin Square, Long Island.
Doesn't feel a degree above 91.
Are you sure?
Not a humidity.
I'm going to give you the feels like if you want.
No, don't.
It's also 92.
Okay.
So
All
it feels exactly as it should.
Then you know what? I can confirm. Lang in Connecticut, you're on Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
Yeah, guys, listen, one quick thing when it comes to the Knicks, all right? One quick thing. I hope they spent today going to the most posh tailor in San Antonio to get decked out in the blackest of black tailored suits. Because in keeping with tradition, after what Wemby has done, all right, and again, I used the word despicable a few weeks ago. Alan, you told me he's a likable guy. Don't quite know about that.
He's slipping.
I think they need to show
He's
up
losing.
tomorrow. They need to show up. They got to show up tomorrow with the impending funeral. And shout out to Mike Brown for being as malleable as he's been and mixing up the players he's playing and keeping the defense off balance. So yeah, let's go get this win, guys. I'm super pumped. Been emotional all week, and I can't wait to get this win tomorrow.
Well, I mean, Lang, I know what you're getting at with the all black stuff. The Giants did that because everybody was expecting them to lose to the Patriots that first time. So Strahan said, well, they're expecting a funeral. Let's dress like we're going to a funeral.
Right.
The Knicks aren't based on, it's the Spurs funeral, let's wear black. That's not their type.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
That's not what they do. You've got Brunson basically like they won a preseason game the other day, the way he acted, because the job's not done. See?
Well, and OG's response was just so perfectly him. Yeah, no, it was cool. It's fun to win.
And then he grins.
Yeah.
Because he's been told he doesn't
even
smile
his
enough.
reaction after the historic shot was just, maybe he was in shock, but
No,
it was kind of like.
You're right. He gets up. If you watch the replay, when he gets off the ground, he first goes like, you see his eyes wide, like, what? Like he knew, like, wow. And then he just went, okay.
All right.
Like
Still
he
1.2
allowed
to go.
himself, right. He allowed himself a tenth of a second to just realize, like, that was sick. And then went like,
That's
okay.
it. Back to business.
All right, back to business.
DHR Live here at Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. Tim Legler coming up next. Don Anna Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
You matter, and so does your well-being. If you're facing tough moments, struggling with anxiety, depression, thoughts of suicide, or substance use, help is here anytime you need it. Call, text, or chat 988 for free confidential support. New Jersey's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here 24/7 for you or someone you love, with trained counselors who listen and care without judgment. You matter. Remember New Jersey's 988. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
New York City, get ready as Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th, right in the middle of the biggest sports weekend of the summer. With more than 500 athletes and celebrities, every major league, and hundreds of thousands of fans for the ultimate sports fan experience. Get your exclusive merch, rare trading cards, free photo ops, and a full tailgate zone all weekend long. Grab your tickets before they're gone at fanaticsfest.com.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hot damn! Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. The hard iced tea taste you know and love, but with an 8% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real brewed tea, goes down smooth, and brings your daytime drinking to the next level. Just look for the bright yellow cans in the cooler and get ready to dial up the fun. Big flavor, extreme kick. Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted!
Visit Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
I can't believe the deal we got on these seats for the game.
Wow, they must be pretty high up here. I think my ears just popped.
Yeah, here, put this on.
Is that an oxygen mask?
An official team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're going to need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg live from Plattduetsche in Franklin Square.
Long Island, baby.
People are filing in. They got the World Cup games on. They're going to have the USA game coming on at 9 o'clock. And it's all brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila.
I love Milagro.
This summer. He's a friend of the show. He has nailed his job.
What a run this guy has had.
With Richard Jefferson and the great Mike Breen on ABC. Millions of people are watching him. He's doing a killer job, and he's live from San Antonio. He's Tim Legler, and he's here on Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
There he is.
Congratulations on a job well done, man. And we're expecting nothing but better as long as this goes.
I appreciate that very much, man. It's been a wild ride, I'll tell you that. I mean, what did I walk into? How lucky am I? My first finals, and I experienced a moment like that on the air. It's absolutely incredible that we all witnessed that, but much less that I was, on a call for a game that's going to be iconic. I mean, they're going to play that tip for the Open for the NBA Finals 50 years from now, if the NBA still is rolling along at that time. That's how memorable that moment is going to be.
Only 25 million people watching you, Legs. No pressure. Nothing to be nervous about, right? Like you see the numbers when it comes to the broadcast. But,
yeah.
All right, so at what point in the second half were in your mind, you might not have said it, but in your mind while you're calling the game, did you say, I think the Knicks can come back in this?
Well, I started to get a little concerned, and I even said it on the broadcast, just in terms of the way the Spurs were approaching their offensive possessions, honestly, like mid-third quarter. Because I was saying to myself, the only way you can blow a lead like that is if you give the Knicks time and if you give the Knicks possessions. So that means quick shots and turnovers. Those are the only two ways, because you're just mathematically you're not going to be able to pull that off if the Spurs just play a normal game in terms of their shot making, or even if they're in that 40-45% range shooting the rest of the way. It just can't be quick misses and it can't be turnovers. So when they started to do that, I said, they got to get this under control. I still wasn't remotely concerned, honestly, that or thinking that the Spurs were going to give this whole thing up. I really believed it for the first time that this was actually possible. I think it was OG's corner three that cut it to 11 with about 7.5 minutes, if I recall.
The bounce-in one, yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
That one, because not only the score, now you're going, okay, this is doable, certainly by NBA standards. That's nothing. 11 points in 7.5 minutes, but it was more than that. It was the look in the collective eyes of the two teams. At that point, not only did the building, I think, start to believe it, the players looked at each other and they believed it, that they could actually pull this off. And I think at the same time, that is when the weight of all of it started to sink in on the Spurs, that, man, this is really happening right now, and this game's in jeopardy. For me, I think that was the pivotal shot moment when I realized that this was going to come down to the wire.
And you blame the youth of the players, right? Experiencing this for the first time, they're young, they're going to make mistakes, but how much falls on Mitch Johnson? Just how much did he implode in the moment?
I think for me, where you could question Mitch Johnson would be, you have to recognize that the pace of the game, the way you're playing offensively, is favoring the Knicks. And I know they shot a historic number from the three-point line in the first half, but when you come out of the locker room and start the third quarter, I don't know that right then you start playing a little bit different offensively. And I'm not saying you slow it down. That's not what the NBA is about. And it hurts your team to play that way. I'm just talking to get better balance in your offense. They come out and they take a bunch of quick threes to start the third quarter, and now all of a sudden, instead of this heater you were on, they go, 1 for 10 in the quarter from the three, and you're up to about 5 or 6 misses in a row early in the second half. That's when I think there's a timeout, and you have to make sure you enforce in your team's mind and recalibrate your offense to get more balance. Guards in the paint, Wemby at the rim with the rim rolls, playing the way that you played with force at the start of the game, the way that you've played when you've been at your best in this series. I think that was the time to sort of put the brakes on how quickly you were coming up the floor and taking shots. Because honestly, Mike Brown at that time, he wasn't even concerned if they made them. He just needed the Spurs to take quick ones. And it turns out they strung together a bunch of misses. They're able to cut that lead in half in a fairly short period of time. Now you've put yourself in a precarious situation where that pressure is now going to affect a young team in the fourth quarter.
So, Legs, maybe not relative to the NBA today, but relative to the history of God's green earth. Not many people have shot the ball better than you, okay? You were an excellent, excellent shooter at the highest level. Is there anything to the fact, I marveled at the way Jalen Brunson missed that shot. This is a guy who shoots with such arc and touch that even in missing, it ends up in a perfect spot for a tip-in, and he alluded to, I wanted to get it up on the rim. As a shooter, is that actually sort of related to the way Jalen Brunson shoots, or intentionally shot that particular shot?
No, I think that particular shot, look, obviously everything had to go that way. And if that ball bounces in any other direction, I mean, even by just a very small number of degrees, different angle coming off the rim, if it's flatter coming off the rim, OG's not going to be able to tip it softly, kicks right, kicks left. He's not going to get it at all. The height of the ball off the rim gave OG that extra little bit of time to extend and get his arm all the way up, so he was the highest on the floor. That shot was a soft shot off the front of the rim. Now, certainly he's trying to make it, but I think the fact that he was able to, from that distance, over Wembanyama's outstretched arm, get the ball that distance to where it hits that softly, absolutely lent itself to OG Anunoby being able to do that, because if that ball's a little flatter and it comes off that rim a little flatter, OG Anunoby's not going to be able to catch that ball coming off with a little bit more speed on it and get it back up there. That's just not going to happen. That's almost an impossible thing for a guy to pull off. It had to bounce up in the air at that angle coming out so that it gave OG a chance to hang in the air long enough. And then the last part of this is that I've watched it, I don't know how many times now, like that's a pretty good distance for a tip. That's not a tip within a foot of the rim.
Yeah, I know.
He's 6-7 feet away from the basket. To be able to, like, almost slap at it in a way with his fingertips, he guided it toward the rim. If they reenacted it, if you could reenact that 100 times and the ball came off the same way 100 times and everybody's in the same position, I still don't know how many of those he's going to be able to successfully tip from that distance that softly and get it to go in. Yeah. So even at the end of that, everything going right, even that last part, to tip the ball that distance, that accurately, is just incredible.
That's what makes it iconic, right? That's what makes that feel like such a moment, because it just, everything had to fall into place the right way, including his hustle to get to the offensive glass. So the Spurs, that's one of those gut punch kind of losses, because you got to be feeling all along. Like, I watched their bench legs because I'm over there on that side, and there were so many moments during the second half where they just seemed like, we're fine. They never wanted to panic until it was time to panic. But now they've got 2 days off, so you can get over it pretty quick. Like, you don't have that immediate play again thing where it's hard to get over. They have 2 days to get over it. I know you've talked to them, some of their guys today. What are they talking about now today, 24, 48 hours later?
They look, and it's been this way every game. They looked composed, confident, obviously ticked off. There was an edge to them today. They're mad, man. It was a wasted opportunity. It's a wasted opportunity. Beyond that, that doesn't even begin to describe what they had in their hands the other night. And the chance that, you're sitting here at 2-2 in a best of three, and two of those are at home. Like, that's what we're talking about here. So there's obviously an edge, a disappointment, all of that. But at the same time, some of the words that they were saying, like some of the things they're describing is this. And these games have all been winnable or losable with 2 minutes to go for both teams. Every game. And so they're hanging their hat on, and what's going to, in their minds, get them through this game 5, because it's one at a time. They're not thinking about coming all the way back. When you think about the enormity of winning 3 in a row in a series to close it out, that becomes overwhelming, and you could see teams collapse in that situation. This is different. They're thinking about just the next game. Play the same game. Play the same game that we've been playing, particularly the starts of these games. Play the same way. We've done a lot of things really well in this series. Obviously, they've got to be better when it matters. They've got to be better in the fourth quarter. They've got to be better if they get a lead, maintaining the lead longer, not giving it back so quickly, so that, and that's kind of what they're thinking. They're watching film, and they're just saying, hey, man, we've done a lot of really good things in this series. We're right there, and now we just need to be right there again in Game 5 and obviously execute better down the stretch if we are. I said this to OG Anunoby. I was like, normally it's 3-1 series, any series. It sounds like, okay, you're in complete control. Do you ever feel a more precarious 3-1 series in your life than this series? Because of the way these games are ending. I mean it. And so you're looking at the Spurs. You can look at the enormity of what's in front of you, or you can just say, man, like, look at every one of these games, and I got a feeling we'll be there again on Saturday. And if that's the case, can you actually finally execute and make the plays down the stretch you have to get this thing back to New York?
Talking to Tim Legler here, Don Hahn and Rosenberg, live from Plattduetsche here on a Friday. I want to go back to the OG block on Fox. All right, it's easy, Monday morning quarterback, to say he should have allowed himself to get fouled. He should have dribbled around the court, killed some time. But as a former player, Tim, in that moment, what would you have done?
Well, first of all, if that were me right there, I'm probably not beating OG Anunoby to the rim, okay? So
you're not quite as fast.
You know,
so that option
right,
might
and
be
not
out
as
the
quick
door.
as De'Aaron Fox. Right. That's out the door. That's out the window. And then the other thing is, I prided myself in making big free throws. I was always a good free throw shooter, so I would have, give me these 2 free throws. But, look, that's a totally different pressure situation at the line. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm telling you right now, De'Aaron Fox isn't the only player in the league that's trying to make that play. If you've got some jets on you and you get out ahead of the pack in that situation, clearly, to be able to analyze it after the fact, like you said, and even in the moment, as the ball was kicked out to him, right there in that split second, you're thinking that he's going to just veer off toward the left sideline, and then they're going to chase him and foul him, right? I mean, that's kind of what you were expecting, and he did it because he thought, and he said it today, he said he could count on one hand the number of times in his life if he had a step or 2 lead on a player in the open floor that he got caught. And so you kind of see where this guy's thinking. He's one of the quickest players in the league. Now, he's not 100%. He's got the ankle, but still, even with that, you could still see the burst is there, and that's what he was thinking in the moment. There are other guys in the league that would try to make the same play. It's easy to say, hey, go kill 2 more seconds, take the foul. At that point, there's probably 10 seconds left in the game, and you got to go to the line. You're going to have to make 2, which would put them in a situation where they'd have to make a 3 to tie the game, and all that stuff's true. He thought he saw an opportunity to get to the rim. And even us analyzing it in the moment, you can't even break it down that well because immediately the Knicks are coming back up the floor. And the Knicks, we're thinking, hey, the Knicks are about to advance the ball, potentially take a shot right now to win the game. And then, of course, the crazy Alvarado play happens where you're like, wait a second, was this a backcourt? We had to go in the air and explain why that wasn't a backcourt violation when they took the foul. And then we go to replay. we go to commercial break. And by the time you come out of the break, we're inbounding the ball now to decide the game. So, that's kind of how that sequence played out for us.
Crazy.
For De'Aaron Fox, it was, I'm the quickest guy on the floor. I've got an advantage when I get this ball. I think rather than even risk the 2 free throws, I'm just going to go ahead and take this layup and go up 3 and force them to have to make a 3-pointer to tie the game. And OG Anunoby made the defensive play of a lifetime.
I also have heard this question, and I don't know if you have an answer for it, but it's very minor now, and it doesn't really matter. But it's out of just curiosity because so many people have asked me. Towns tips that inbounds pass. Shouldn't the clock have started because he touched the ball? And if they had scored, could you challenge that if you were the Knicks?
That's a good question. And no, I'm not even sure I'm 100% clear on that. I think so. That's a clock issue late in the game. Yes, I'm pretty sure you're going to have to go take a. They're going to go take a look at that. As you said, as it turns out, it didn't matter.
Right.
It disrupted the play. I tell you what, it's incredible play because when you look at that replay, and he's spinning out, he's going to be open.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean he's going to make it because everybody today I'm hearing people assuming that that's going to be the game-winning play. I'm like, well, you don't know that. First of all, is the pass going to be on target? Is it going to be on time? Because if you miss time to jump and the pass are not connected, that's a difficult finish for anybody. But it looked like there was a window to make that play, and that would have gotten really interesting. So Karl-Anthony Towns' tip, was one of those things, and the clock absolutely needs to start right then, and it would have made, even that scramble there for the basketball a moot point.
Did you see that he brought some of the celebrities over to crowd Dylan Harper?
I saw a video of that today, and you talk about a difficult thing to inbound with all of that going on. It's already, it's pressure packed enough. You're a young player in the NBA Finals, and you've got to get this ball over a 7-footer
right
with his hands up, who's right up on you on the line, right now next to you.
It's
and I don't think it mattered if it was an A-list celebrity or anybody, right? Or Joe Schmo and his son. It doesn't matter who's standing there. The fact that they're that much kind of impeding your space. Yeah, no one really saw that. I don't think nobody talked about that night.
Yeah, you guys
I didn't
were
see that
sitting
until
right
I
there.
saw some of the stuff.
But Legs,
You're
it does matter if it's
from there.
Legs, it does matter if it's Taylor Swift, though. If it's Taylor Swift, you're like, wait, what world am I in? That Taylor Swift's playing defense on me here. Like, what is going on right now?
And speaking of which,
you do wonder if, like, peripherally, that's like a little bit more of a distraction if you got somebody on that. You know, maybe one of the most famous people on the planet is, like, within my space for this inbounds pass. I'm sure he never expected himself to be in that situation.
I'm curious for your analysis on this, Legs. Speaking of those people, you've now been courtside calling games at a lot of places, high-profile situations throughout the regular season, and even before you were on this team with Breen. There's been a lot of talk about the celebrities and who's in the front at MSG. Where does the super high-level front-row fans, whether they're celebrities or otherwise, at MSG compare to people in the same seats at other arenas?
There's no
in terms of
comparison.
intensity,
like
not
it.
level of celebrity.
Right, cheering.
Oh, in both ways. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. I saw some pretty big celebrities this year. At some of the Laker games.
Yep.
A little bit different. When you look over to your right, 2 seats over, there's an Eddie Murphy. 2 seats over to the left, one game is Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, that's pretty high level. Will Ferrell in the building, whatever. But the sheer number and the sheer engagement of the fans at MSG of that level, like the celebrity engagement, there is nothing that's ever compared in this league to what MSG's got going on right now, because they're not just there to be seen. They're there to be part of the storyline, really, of what's going on with this team, and to be that active and that vocal and that just almost like they're reverting back to like being kids and fans of a team. It's really kind of wild to watch. And even last night or the other night, the way they stormed the court, like you think about people storming the court after a game, it's usually like a college environment. This was like a court storming after the final buzzer of A-list celebrities. It was the strangest thing. And former players, like that's who was out there, and they milled around. And Alan was out there. When you and I talked after the game that night, like people were still just that level, was still milling around like an hour after the game. They were still like all over the court, soaking in what everybody knew was in the moment. This is something that's going to be talked about forever. Like, this is a story that's going to be passed down from people that were at that game to their great-grandchildren. They're going to be talking about their great-grandparents being at that game, and because that's the significance of it. And that's win or lose this series for the Knicks, because they got a lot of work to do to win this. But certainly if they win it, like to imagine being in the building when it happened and how that's going to get passed on from generation to generation for Knicks fans if they're able to pull this off.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Awesome.
Tim, you've been incredible. And we'll forget the fact that you blew us off the other day outside the Garden. Doesn't matter. You're big.
The other day. That was a
That
while ago.
That would
I
never
think it's the
happen.
first time we've talked
That would
to him
never
since
happen. I was
you
being
walked
ushered
by.
into the building.
Well, at least you made eye contact with us. Breen had his head down the whole
Mike
time.
Breen wouldn't even look over. But Legs, I say this with all sincerity. You know how I feel about you. I hope I don't see you in person for a while.
I hear you, man. Hey, listen. Everybody's asking. All you get all day. What do you think? What do you think? No matter who you run into.
All right,
Even
what do
like
you think?
people at the arena that work in the event. Here's the thing. How could you logically possibly think you could make a prediction on a game with what has transpired in these first 4 games, the way these games have come down to the last 2 minutes of the game?
So great.
I don't know that there's ever been a final series with the first 4 games being up in the air, undecided with 2 minutes to play. The way that this series has been, and we're probably going to get it again on Saturday.
All right, thanks a lot, Tim. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep, you got it, guys.
All right, that's Tim Legler live from San Antonio.
I love him, man, because
course.
he's so on point. He's so good at what he does, and he keeps it real, which is even better. And you know who else keeps it real, of course? My good friends at Amazon, because in New York, every block is a business. Every minute counts, and Amazon Hub Delivery lets you earn extra revenue. And who doesn't want that? Extra revenue from the business that you already run? It's easy. So you and your staff can deliver packages right in your neighborhood on a schedule that works for you. It's a smart way to keep your hustle going, bring in more revenue, and, of course, more visibility, and stay connected to the community that you serve every day. Give you an example. Elaine services Dream in Washington Heights. Elaine tells us that tax season, of course, keeps her busy from January through April. But Elaine values the extra revenue from Amazon Hub Delivery that helps her manage expenses during the slower summer and fall months. Getting started? Easy. No delivery experience, no long-term contracts, and no startup costs either. So if you have a New York local business and you're ready to make your next move, visit Amazon.com/hub delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB delivery.
It's also now time for the weekend weather, brought to you by Neutral. Looks like a nice day for the shore tomorrow, 89 and sunny, but there could be some thunderstorms on Sunday. That was your weekend weather report, brought to you by Neutral. Keep it tasty with Neutral Vodka Seltzer, made with real vodka and real fruit juice. Enjoy responsibly. You know, we were talking about the play by OG in a local perspective, but you even think nationally. Like, he's right. Forever, the open to the NBA Finals is going to be.
If there was a one
that
shining
shot.
moment,
that
would always be shown.
That's always going to be shown.
Yeah.
And listen, they're up 3-1. You feel really good about them winning, but there are times that it's still that no matter what happens, it's certainly going to live.
Well, you got to win
a lot different.
I think you got to win the title, right? Don't you?
But still, from a national perspective, you know, even though they lost, the Carlton Fisk home run where he's going down the line.
Okay.
They lost the next game. They lost the series, but still, that's forever looked at as a great moment. I mean, that's the level. It's the NBA Finals, man. And yeah, certainly you win in Knick land, it's going to live on like the Tyree catch and all the things we talked about yesterday. But nationally, that is going to be something that is going to just be such a part of the culture of the NBA Finals. That's how gargantuan it was. DHR live from Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. Fraud Alert Friday on the road. The travel gavel is here.
Travel gavel.
It's next. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg till 6:30. Then it's Mets baseball on ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Launches a straight on three. Missed it short. Tipped by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in. The Knicks take the lead with 1.2 to go.
The NBA Finals.
And the New York Knicks just pulled off the biggest comeback win in NBA Finals history.
NBA Finals Game 5 coverage and a chance to win it all gets underway Saturday night at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
USA fans, this one's for you. FanDuel is dropping a massive USA Super Boost for the matchup against Paraguay. Right now, all customers can win up to $25 if the USA has one or more shot. Yeah, not a typo, just one shot gets it done. That's one of our biggest boosts yet, and all you need is one moment from the USA to cash in. Back the USA and get in on the huge Super Boost before kickoff. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. With this tournament going on now, the betting options on FanDuel cannot be matched. Total goals, first goal scored, shots on goal. It's all right there in the app. And with same-game parlays, you have a chance for bigger payouts. Only on FanDuel. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max wager $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Replacing your home's AC system isn't exactly pocket change. Let's be real. Most people don't have thousands of dollars just lying around. And that's why Slomin's makes staying cool affordable. Right now, Slomin's central air conditioning makes it easier than ever to upgrade without blowing your budget. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% financing for up to 18 months. Plus, every new system comes with a 5-year all-inclusive service plan, including annual system maintenance, filter replacements, and refrigerant. So there are no surprise costs down the road. Whether your system is outdated, your electric bills are through the roof, or your AC finally called it quits, Slomin's has a solution that works and a payment plan that actually makes sense. Call 516-932-7000. That's 516-932-7000. Or visit ac.slomans.com to schedule your free estimate today. Slomin's Central Air Conditioning. Because comfort shouldn't come with a price you can't afford. 18-month promo period. No payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, girls, ready to go?
Yeah! Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack? Me too, Mommy.
You want a snack?
Yeah!
Got it?
Children learn from our behaviors.
Mommy, can you open this,
All right, hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here.
Thank you.
They learn what is okay from the adults they see.
Mommy, are you on your phone?
If you're a distracted driver, chances are they will be too. What kind of driver are you raising? Funded by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
These are the moments you dream of. Brunson at midcourt.
He got a pretty good look.
Brunson pulls a quick three. Off the front rim, no.
Ball went over my head, so I couldn't really dunk it, so I just tried to tip it in.
Tip by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in. It's gone. It's gone. With 1.2 remaining.
Tip it good for the lead with 1.2 seconds to go.
Knicks take the lead. The Knicks take the lead.
OG Anunoby flying out of nowhere. Bedlam here at the Garden.
And the New York Knicks just pulled off the biggest comeback win in NBA Finals history.
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We've got the Mets home tonight over at Citi Field, and it's also fireworks night. Already a packed ride on the Grand Central eastbound in Queens. Hitting the brakes there, heading over to the stadium and Northern Boulevard. Delays there go back to the Triborough Bridge. Whitestone Bridge a bit heavy heading across the Upper East River. Delays go back onto the southbound Hutch in the Bronx. All of your approaches in pretty bad shape heading over to the outbound George. Worst of it Deegan northbound. A broken down Amazon tractor trailer in the center lane by Yankee Stadium. Slow crawl heading over to the Cross Bronx. Delays go back to the Triborough and the Bruckner. Inbound Georgia, about 20 to 30 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln Arnie, about 30 minutes. Outbound Holland, 45 plus. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. The big soccer tournament is almost here. Skip the traffic and take public transit. Sit back, relax, and arrive on time. In a showdown of transit versus traffic, transit wins every time. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code TRACK to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code TRACK to borrow up to $10,000. Use code TRACK to borrow up to $10,000.
Did you or someone you know participate in fraudulent fan behavior?
I'm a fraud with a capital F.
Is your friend a fraud?
I have been a complete and utter fraud.
Are you a fraud?
What is fraud?
Let's ask Don McGrecka.
Screw. Go scratch yourself.
Brought to you by D'Agostino Law.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. DHR live with you at Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. And it's time for Fraud Alert Friday, brought to you by our friends at D'Agostino Law.
D'Agostino.
Judge LaGreca is here. The travel gavel has made the trip.
I'm just trying to test, is it better on the table or in my hand?
Better in the hand.
Yeah,
wow.
That certainly is.
Some say so, some don't. All right, Shlomo reaches out to us. Not my father-in-law, dearest Dr. LaGreca.
Doctor.
Yeah, he's a judge. He's a judge with a PhD.
A judge of letters.
I think we're confusing judges and doctors, but I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll start this
a lawyer and a doctor. Your mother would be proud.
He says, let me take you back to summer of 1998. As a 5-year-old, I moved from St. Louis to Long Island. I prided myself on being a diehard fan of the Cards, Rams, Blues, and being deliberately anti-all NY teams.
And he was 5?
5.
Moved from St. Louis at 5? Being a diehard of anything at 5 other than maybe cartoons, crayons.
Being that this era included Peak McGuire, Greatest Show on Turf.
Wait a minute.
And some solid Pronger, Demetra Blues teams, Staying a proud fan wasn't too hard. Then Pujols arrived in St. Louis, and the subsequent decade was glorious. Wainwright's 12-6 on a looking Beltran was the greatest single.
He loved beating the Mets.
Anyways, I should mention, this
history.
time my family was previously from Dallas. So I had also taken in both the Cowboys and Mavs as part of my fandom.
What?
Oh, wait a minute. But he
was a Rams fan.
He was a Rams fan.
This may have been when my fraudulency began.
I would say it is.
As I temporarily took on 2 NFL teams, I let the Rams go before they moved to L.A.
Before?
So the greatest show on turf.
Oh, slow-mo, this is not going to be good
This
for
is
you.
really bad. This is somebody that just doesn't know how to make
But
decisions.
I'm going to let it continue just to see if it can.
Following the 2011 Freeze Fest World Series and subsequent departure of Pujols, my interest in the Cards and baseball in general diminished.
Oh.
Hockey was out of the picture, too. Wow. And from that point,
why was hockey out of the
my go-to sport was football, and the only team I really lived and died for was the Cowboys.
Oh.
Come 2016, I graduated from college in New York, lived in New York, and basically my entire life was becoming an avid TMKS listener.
Oh.
Listening to Michael wax poetic on the Yanks, Don's Mets rants, and
Here
Peter's
we go.
perked interest in NY teams, I softened my disdain for NY teams, and in fact found myself quietly getting excited when any New York team would have success, except for the Giants. Come today, I no longer live in New York, but I know far more players, and day-to-day info on the Mets and Yankees versus the Cards, have been locked in on the various NY playoff runs, and feel pain on the losses. Particularly the last 4 or 5 years of Knicks basketball have been riveting for me, and I'd say at this point I'm a full-blown fan. I'm anxious that so many have already handed them the trophy after Game 4, but if they hoist the Lario in the coming days, I'll celebrate. Don, all knowledgeable one in things fraudulent. Am I a fraud? Shlomo from Baltimore, formerly Harlem, formerly LES.
Oh, well, I got to tell you. I mean, it's like you read about. Like you dream about. The first ever in the history of Fraud Alert Friday, we have, my friends, a super fraud.
Super fraud.
There are levels. First of all this love and all this hate at 5 fraud. He's making it up. There's no way at 5 you're like, oh, I'm following the DiPietro Blues and the McGuire Cardinals and the Rams, the greatest show on turf, and hating all the New York. Stop it.
It's hard.
At 5?
Yeah, it's hard.
No, so that's kind of that's
He's
that's
so in.
contrived.
He's so in at 5.
Greatest show on turf. Hold on, greatest show on turf is 2000.
Yeah,
2000.
So he was 7. I mean, that was the beginning of my Redskins thing.
Stop.
Super fraud.
Super fraud.
Super fraud. No.
And now, listen, I don't want to even waste time. I mean, if you're listening to the show, he outlined it. It's almost like he designed what fraud is. Since he was this genius at 5, he probably invented it.
He's a card-carrying member of the
dear
club.
God in heaven. The fact that he had the audacity to ask.
Yeah. Gavel him again. One more time. He deserves to.
And I should say it again. The first ever super fraud.
All right, guys. Hey, I was listening to Bart Carlin earlier this week, and I heard that producer Tom Bauer watched Game 2 on his phone because he was at a Yankees game. Even more surprising was that he didn't attend the Game 2 watch party with Carlin and Grassa. Given this, I have to ask, is Bauer a fraud as both a friend and a Knicks fan?
Well, I need information.
Yeah.
I know Tom Bauer did a baseball podcast.
Yeah.
That tells me he probably loves the Yankees more than the Knicks. So based on what I think I know, no fraud.
Yeah.
All right, listen, he's a Knicks fan, but he prioritizes the Yankees. Does seem odd he'd prioritize a regular season game, but I don't know the level of Knicks fan.
If I may,
I would say his level of being a Knicks fan is, I hope they're good.
But if I may, if he got Knicks tickets somehow, you're not giving them up, right? You're going to go, right? Like
it sounds like Tom would sell them.
It's not like, well, really?
I don't think he's a big Knicks fan.
Yeah, that's the thing. Here's the thing, though. If you consider yourself, if he were to use the words, let me just say this. If Tom were to use the words, I'm a big Knicks fan, then he's a fraud.
He's a fraud.
Because you're skipping even Yankee tickets. You're
I've
giving
never
them away.
heard him use those words.
Well, then he's fine. But if he were to say it, I think he'd be a fraud.
And as far as not going to the remote, I don't know. I'm not holding that against him.
I never. I'll be honest. If I was a plumber,
it's got to work.
Okay, and instead of getting into this business,
okay,
I was never. The basketball is my 4th sport. I never hated the Knicks. Never loved the Knicks. I didn't really declare a team.
No movement whatsoever.
If I had a chance to go to a Met game during this run, if I didn't do this for a living,
you'd go.
I might.
Yeah.
because I'm guessing he's not. He might say, "Oh, I'm a fan of the Knicks," but clearly I think he's a bigger baseball fan. So I say no fraud.
Good afternoon, Judge LaGreca.
Hi.
I am turning in my high school friend. She cheered for the Knicks in the 90s and early 2000s when the Knicks were relevant. After the Game 2 win, I texted her, "Can you believe this? 13 in a row." I assumed she's been cheering for the Knicks since our high school days. I come to find out she cheered for the Warriors during their championship year because her son likes Steph Curry. I called her straight up fraud.
Ooh.
And I'm turning to you, Judge LaGreca, in fraud court. She replied, well, the Knicks were not great during the 2010s, yada, yada. And now she's cheering for them and putting the Knicks on her IG stories. Judge LaGreca, what do you think?
Oh, easy. All right, she's clearly a fraud. But it sounds to me that we have a jaded emailer.
Yes.
I think she rejected him and he's getting his revenge.
There you go.
Because you know what? If this were a zipper key, he's not emailing.
He's not sending this.
He liked her.
Yep.
He followed her.
Yep.
He might even be stalking her, looking at her social media, finding out she's a Warrior fan. I don't think he closed. But that's him. We're focused on her. She's a fraud.
There's a lot more to the story.
I
like your instincts here, Donnie.
Thank you.
I like your instincts.
Well, that's why I'm not a judge for nothing.
How about this one? Good afternoon.
Oh.
First time ever doing this. My friend left the game at halftime on Wednesday. He has not stopped hearing about it from our group chat. He's also the topic of conversation in many other text groups. I wanted to ask the guys, how long do we have as a group to make fun of him? He spent $7,000 on tickets.
Oh.
I would have stayed and possibly even slept at Madison Square Garden to get my money's worth for $7,000. Do you have any words of encouragement for my friend TD? He's so upset.
I don't.
What, he's upset for leaving early?
Yeah.
No, he's
You know
good.
what?
I hope he stays upset forever.
Own it forever. Sorry.
I don't know if it makes. I don't know if I'm ruling on fraud or just
it's
a yo-yo.
To have spent that much money and
he's yo-yo fraud.
Yeah. You know this team has come back before. Now I'm going to say something. And you guys can both curse me out. You think I'm a fraud anyway. If they were still down 27-29 end of the third, while it's still fraudulent to leave a finals game, but if you had some sort of work thing, I could get it. Leaving at the second it gets to – you didn't even want to see if in the third quarter they cut it to 15?
But here's the issue.
Which is what they did?
I'm a person – I don't leave a movie until they put the lights up. Like, I want to see the credits because something might come on after. Hey, I paid good money for these tickets.
That's
I'm
right.
going to use them. He spent $7,000 for a half.
$7,000.
Now, even if you had something to do you had to be up at 3 a.m., you spent $7,000. So obviously if they were winning, you would have stayed till the end, right? So you're not much of a fan. They've had a history of coming back.
Yep.
And even if you don't think they're going to come back, something may happen. Something crazy may take place. You spent $7,000 for the tickets and you left at the half.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
This is the Miami Heat.
Is this the first ever yo-yo fraud?
Oh, that's a yo-yo fraud.
That's
I don't think we've ever had a yo-yo fraud. But this is akin to those who walked out on the Heat back in
big goal from Team Canada in the 79th minute.
Okay.
One apiece. Watch out, Herzegovina.
And Bosnia.
Both of them.
Who scored? 9 scored.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, Gordie Howe scored.
Yeah. Gordie Howe scored. You know what? Oh, and he also asked the question, how long can we make fun of him? Until he's dead.
Forever.
Oh, my God.
No, he's got to own
You know what?
this.
I'd even put flowers on his grave.
You quit on your team,
I'd
and
mock
your
his
team
son.
didn't quit on themselves. You got to own that. Sorry.
And it's you know
Never
what?
quit before the miracle.
But I feel bad for him because now, like, if they win the championship, he's going to, be happy for them but have this asterisk.
Oh, it's going to kill him.
It's
going to kill. Going to kill him. Yeah.
All right, what's up, guys? My name is Don Comer.
Hi, Don Comer.
I'm a diehard Knicks fan from Long Island, but currently live in the Bay. As I said,
Which bay?
Yeah,
a lot of bays.
Green Bay,
Great
Tampa
South
Bay.
I think we know.
You're right on the water there.
Are
you?
I think we know what he means.
I guess
I'm in the bay now. I got a houseboat.
Right.
I would like to submit to the judge that when someone says they live in the Bay Area, they are only referring.
He didn't say Bay Area. You said he lives in the Bay.
I edited. He said the Bay Area. I didn't know this
you
would become
left that out.
controversial.
That's very, very specific.
Don't you know the show you're on? Everything is up for grabs. I think I'm using it properly.
Yes.
The Bay Area.
There you are.
As I write this, the Knicks are up 2-0.
Ah.
Now, if they sweep, I have to come home for the parade, right? Like, I have to. Here's the issue. If the Knicks win on Wednesday, I'm guessing the parade would be on Friday or maybe even the weekend.
Okay.
Me and my wonderful girlfriend, 3 anniversaries that Friday. I doubt both of us could afford to fly back on such short notice. That would have been today.
Today's their anniversary.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Yeah.
By the way, in the 3 years of dating, the Yankees have made the World Series and the Knicks are in the finals. Man, she's special. So basically, guys, what do I do? Either way, you're going to be stuck with having to fly short notice if you want to go to a parade.
But at least he's off the hook
But you're
now.
off the hook now. For the Knicks did you a solid.
Did him a solid.
Dropped game 3 for you, won
Yeah.
game 4, and now you're good.
I mean,
If they win, you make plans Sunday, you'll probably get here for Tuesday.
I'm going to say no fraud because it's actually a conversation about flying across the country for the parade.
Yeah.
You know, this is not. This is why I always think about the attendance for parades. You know, millions of people came to the parade. You got people at work going, "Oh, what's going on?"
They
Like
go
it's New
outside.
York, right?
Yeah.
They go outside.
It's the Canyon of
They didn't have
Heroes.
to go
People are in
travel.
buildings working.
Right.
They just come out.
This guy is thinking about flying across the country. He's not a fraud.
No.
But I feel sorry for him because if we found out they're winning Saturday, we still don't know when the parade would it be Monday? Would it be Tuesday? Would it be Wednesday?
My guess is Tuesday.
That's what you're leaning towards?
My guess is Tuesday.
Well, even if they,
hard to do Monday for several reasons. First of all, it's the start of the work week. Second of all, you're just getting home Sunday, right? If you win, you're just getting home Sunday. Are you really going to flip it that fast? The timing of it, the planning, I just feel Tuesday is the right day. My opinion.
But you don't
I know
know
nothing.
that.
I know nothing.
Because it could be Wednesday.
If they win,
it could be Wednesday, but I
Brunson
think
might say, "Listen, I got a dentist appointment on Tuesday. I can't make it."
I'm sure he does.
You never know.
Now, if they win Tuesday, can we almost guarantee it's Friday?
Yeah, I would think so.
I would think so too.
Yeah, but first of all, you'd have to let it. I'm really worried about winning on Tuesday because I don't know what will be left of the city.
Well, I don't want to talk that way.
No, I don't mean damage. I just mean everybody will be just exhausted.
Yeah, they're having a parade every night. That's
like
the
it
thing.
feels like it, doesn't it? It's just like, we're gonna need it. Like if they say, "Hey, we're gonna do it on Thursday," everybody's like, "Can we just do it Friday?" Like I'm recovering still from Tuesday night.
I have
You
to
know what I
imagine
mean?
secretly, the city's hoping they win Saturday.
Yeah.
The city, because it's going to be a big deal either way. And if they win, people are going to go out.
They're going to have to do the same thing. They're going to do the perimeter around the building, the whole 9 yards.
But way
There's
better.
a concert Saturday night at the Garden. I think it's 5 Seconds of Summer. They were good 5 seconds ago. So
I'm not familiar with
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Look, Danhausen shirts.
Oh, there you go.
You are cursed Danhausen shirts.
Oh, no.
Beautiful, girls. I love it.
Terrible.
Those are great shirts, though.
Where are your parents? I need to have a conversation with them during
They
the
look
break.
great. Leave them alone.
Yeah, they look great.
By the way,
They're Knicks fans.
But Don, Alan, the craziest thing is, it's not just that Don's like not. This is why I agree with your brother. You're a complete killjoy. It would be one thing.
They were standing here
No,
smiling, and then Don's like, "Where are your parents?"
They're children,
Come on.
and there's an opportunity to do something that's both Knicks
You know
and
what?
wrestling. You know what?
Give him the
Hold
gavel.
on, you get your own gavel.
Give him the gavel. Don LaGreca.
Let the kids have some fun, for God's sake.
I'll let them have fun, but like the idea that this is about Danhausen is disrespectful to what the Knicks are doing. Don't met this thing. I told you.
You know what today is, by the way?
And we're going to tease that
The Mets
coming
could
back.
never. By the way, after what happened on Wednesday, the Mets could never, for God's sake.
All right, but you got to
Great
read,
point.
don't you?
Yeah, I thought they were about to Mets it until Wednesday happened. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for Fraud Alert Friday, brought to you by D'Agostino Law.
D'Agostino.
Girls, not frauds.
Not frauds
Not
at all.
frauds.
And give them ESPN shirts. That's right.
Yes.
35 years of getting accident victims and Social Security disability clients every dollar they deserve. Offices in New York, New Jersey, 1-800-BITE-BACK, 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino Law, Bite Back.
DHR live from Plattduetsche in Franklin Square.
Long Island.
Brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. We'll tell you what it is the anniversary of several different anniversaries on June 12th. We will also take your calls at 1-800-919-3776. We got an ENN as well coming up at 6. Don Anna Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Launches a straight on 3. Missed it short. Tip by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in. The Knicks take the lead with 1.2 to go.
The NBA Finals.
And the New York Knicks just pulled off the biggest comeback win in NBA Finals history.
NBA Finals Game 5 coverage and a chance to win it all gets underway Saturday night at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
I'd finally have time to reread my favorite fantasy book.
Dig deeper. We're imagining winning the New York lottery here.
Okay, I'd build my own reading nook right where the sun hits.
You're getting warmer.
The French sun. I'll buy a villa in Marseille. Wait, what's the French word for sun?
I don't know, Kathy. You're the reader.
Okay, I'll hire a tutor to learn the French word for son, then the words to negotiate real estate, then I'll buy my own French library.
And to think you just wanted to reread a book. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Calling hard seltzer lovers. Searching for the tastiest seltzer? Look no further. Neutral Vodka Seltzer is absolutely delicious. Made with real vodka and real juice, Neutral keeps it tasty with every sip. With flavors like peach, orange, strawberry, and pineapple, there's something for everyone. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026 Anheuser-Busch. Neutral flavored vodka and carbonation. 4.5% alcohol by volume. St. Louis, Missouri.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Runs into midcourt, launches a straight on three, missed it short, tipped by Anunoby, he put it in, Anunoby put it in!
When you're a little kid and you become a fan, these are the moments you dream of. It's like the sports gods look down and say, no, you've waited since May 10th of 1973, and guys, you will wait no more.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Your favorite sports, teams, and exclusive live events are waiting for you on the big screen when you watch on the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the biggest live events and the best championship moments.
This thing just got wild.
That was incredible!
Love Scott Van Pelt. Get a good look.
Ain't nobody bigger than us, yeah! Get the ultimate sports fan experience when you stream on the ESPN app today.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Soccer fans, it's RJ Santillo from DiPietro and Rothenberg, and tonight you can hang with me and my boy Ray Santiago for a watch party presented by Rothenberger Pilsner. You can watch the match between the U.S. and Paraguay at Zoom Schneider Beer House in Brooklyn starting at 9 p.m. Enjoy Pilsner perfection since 1872 from the first German Pilsner. Come out, grab a cold Rothenberger, hang with us, and join in on the energy with ESPN New York. It's me, RJ Santillo. It's Ray Santiago. It's all happening live at Zoom Schneider Beer House tonight, brought to you by Rothenberger Pilsner.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro. Milagro enjoyed the brighter side of tequila this summer. Anthony Pusico has something to tell you.
He does.
Hey, thank you, Don.
Sure.
Alan, Peter, everybody at Plattduetsche.
Anthony.
All of New York.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
Anthony.
Hi,
Hey,
hello.
Anthony.
Hi, Jacob, wait
Thank
for the
you,
camera.
boys.
Say hi to
There we
everybody.
go.
That's where the camera is. All right, you're going to want to hear this. This summer, all lines lead to Champs Sports Fan Central Station, a soccer pop-up shop open right in the heart of the city, 125 West 33rd. I do, Peter. We passed it.
He knows.
We saw it.
He's seen it.
It's funny when somebody else does.
I know.
This is the soccer destination in New York. Jerseys for every national team you ride with. USA, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, maybe even Bosnia-Herzegovina, and many, many more, all under one roof. And now, Fan Central Station just got even bigger. Through the finals, Champs got your Knicks gear, everybody. It's in that space as well, turning it into the ultimate soccer and Knicks destination just steps from MSG. If you want to gear up, rep your country, rep your city, and feel the energy of New York, Champs Sports Fan Central Station, 125 West 33rd Street. That is where you need to be. And by the way, soccer fans, if you're not at Plattduetsche and you're closer to where I live in Brooklyn, you get a chance to see two of the greatest people that we have at this radio station, RJ Santillo and Ray Santiago of DNR tonight for a watch party. Presented by Rothenberg Pilsner. Watch the match between the U.S. and Paraguay at Zoom Schneider Beer House in Brooklyn, starting at 9. Enjoy Pilsner perfection since 1872 from the first German Pilsner. Come out, grab a cold Rothenberger, and join the energy with ESPN New York. That's RJ Santillo and Ray Santiago live from Zoom Schneider Beer House tonight at 9 p.m. Brought to you by Rothenberg Pilsner. Yay!
That's a handsome producer sandwich right there.
It was very good.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
A dream.
You get those two guys hanging out somewhere.
It's more of a club sandwich, but still.
Hey, whatever it is, it's still a handsome guy sandwich. By the way, every time this door to my right opens up, there's a little AC happening in there.
I told you mocked me.
I am getting
I said when I stood there I was catching something.
It seriously is like a drop of water on dry lips. That's what that feels like when the air just comes out. And then they close the door. I'm like, no.
By the way, in all seriousness, can we keep it open?
You want to take turns? You can sit here for a minute.
No, I just want it to be open.
Just leave the door open.
Come on, suck it up.
No, we're here to tough it out. We're here to tough it out. That's what we're about.
Honor the tees. We have an anniversary.
Yes.
June 12th.
Yes. 2 years ago today, Don.
This is what I'm talking
It
about.
all changed for the Mets. You know why? Because a portly gentleman.
Is he a gentleman?
We don't know.
We don't know, actually.
He's asexual.
But a purple portly thing went on to the mound at Citi Field. His name, Grimace.
So here we go. This is
threw out a pitch, and the rest is history. Because the Mets' whole season changed on that day. And then the day that Haktua came, and then when OMG was played. But still, the Grimace thing was a big deal, and it happened then.
See, that's what it's based on. I tried to tell my brother this on Busted Open. The reason that I'm kind of anti-Danhausen, it's just very Met-esque. Instead of just being proud of your team, there's got to be something that made it happen. Danhausen made it happen.
Yeah, but the Mets leaned into the Grimace.
Right. That's why
the Knicks aren't leaning into Danhausen.
That's why you should be fine with it.
I don't know. I don't like it.
They're not
I'm
leaning
allowed
in.
to not like things.
I know, but it's just like
I don't like it.
You don't
I think
like a lot of
good
things,
for this kid.
It's a
Maybe
lot.
one day he'll win a match, but good for this kid.
He's won every match. He's undefeated.
Listen, we do understand.
All 3 matches he's won.
He looks like I think I could take.
No, you couldn't.
I'm not saying I can. It just looks like it. My arms are bigger than his. That's how half the fights are won,
Show
right?
everybody how big your
I'm
arms
not
are.
doing that's not.
Come on,
I'm
show
not
everybody.
Danhausen. I'm not a show-off.
Show them all.
But, I don't like it because he has nothing to do with it.
You're just
No, I'm just being real.
No, you're just being that
Don't
guy.
make it into some kind of
But no, this is
mystic
that guy.
run.
This
They are
is-
a great basketball
But
team.
no one
Don't
is
be like the Mets.
No one's like the Mets, Don. That's
That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't be like that.
But no, other teams can still do
No.
dumb, cutesy things, and it doesn't ruin. Only the Mets take the cutesy and ruin
because other
they would have
teams-
had him. They would have had him start at center.
Well,
if the Mets had been the Knicks, they would have replaced
You know why the Knicks are
Brunson
here?
with Danhausen.
You know why the Knicks are on the cusp of a championship? Because they're good and they're better than the teams they played, not because of some yo-yo wrestler who wants to try to get known by sneaking in on somebody else's fame, somebody else doing well. That's what I see.
This is what we'll get in the postgame from the Spurs if they end up losing. Not only did we not play up to the way we should, we really could have controlled this if we played better. And then, of course, Danhausen came in.
Right.
Like before they even credit the Knicks, they'll probably go to Danhausen
Yeah.
next.
And of course, Danhausen.
Then you have the
did this for us.
Danhausen curse. Like we had
So-
no chance.
No, yeah,
against
what's
the
it's not
Danhausen
fair.
curse. No, it's not that Brunson's any good in clutch or that Towns outplayed our
That's right.
big man.
Some
or that-
magic.
No, this is about
Are
us
you with me?
and Danhausen.
No, he's not.
I'm with you in one way. That all the goofiness of it, yes. I'm not leaning into it either. But the Knicks aren't leaning in. The Knicks aren't using it. The Knicks aren't promoting it. They're not doing anything special.
They literally just allowed him to be in the
They
building.
just let him come in the building. But he's not throwing. He's not the opening tip.
That's what That is my point. If they were doing that,
we don't show him when they do all the celebrities up on Garden Vision, and they go through everybody now. He's not being shown.
I think those three lovely children that were just here that apparently I
need new
scared
T-shirts.
Off, they're wrestling fans, and I get it. If you're a wrestling fan and you want to combine two really cool things in your life, the Knicks and wrestling, I get it.
But that's the whole thing.
But it has nothing to do with anything. It's not a wrestling fan, and I'm not a wrestling fan. Now, a year later, guess what happened on June 12th?
A year later, June 12th. That's 2 years ago, so that's last year.
Yeah.
June 12th.
Mets got off to a great start.
Go ahead.
Alonso tosses the ball to Senga at first. He stretches out. He injures his leg, and we've hardly seen him since. Remember that?
Oh.
And that's when the Mets completely fell apart.
That's the opposite of grimace. That's a frown.
Yeah, that's bad. And
grimace plus.
Also on this day, I think it was 17 years ago.
17
was.
Let me see. It's 2013.
No. 17 years ago.
17. That's 20. Oh, so
09.
Would be a little,
so 09.
Math. We're doing math. 09. Okay.
09 was when Luis Castillo dropped the pop-up against the Yankees, the A-Rod pop-up that would have ended the game. It ended the game all right, except the Yankees won.
As Bart would say, Castillo.
Now, I've told this story before, but it's been a while. So he drops the ball.
Yeah.
I don't see it because I'm watching Penguins-Red Wings.
Of course you are.
And at that moment, Fleury makes a big save. Peter was probably watching.
Oh, like you dream.
Of course he was.
And it saves the Penguins. It saves the game. Penguins win the Cup. Then I flip on the Met game and I see, A-Rod being interviewed. So I'm figuring he probably had a walk-off figures or whatever. And then I see the replay. My phone rings. It's Kay. Kay wants to know how I'm doing after the Mets blew the game against the Yankees.
He's a good friend. Was that a national game? Or did he call literally after the broadcast?
No, it was a Friday. Oh. So it was on yes.
So
he called after the game.
Certainly wasn't
to
on
check
Apple
on
yet.
me.
To check on you. Wow.
So
on a Subway Series in season.
Now thank God I knew that Castillo dropped the ball. Okay. Otherwise I would have been like, what are you talking about, Michael?
Oh, wow.
So yeah, Michael, I'm devastated. I can't believe it. Like I never told him I didn't see it live until many, many years later. What's the matter, Anthony?
Have the call if you want to relive it.
Yeah, why not? Let's all relive Mets magic.
And the 3-1. Popped up. Castillo. Dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Here comes Teixeira. And the Yankees win. Oh, my goodness. He dropped the ball. What an ending.
What an ending.
What a great call. But I didn't have the heart to tell him because he cared so much about me and my well-being. But I'm sorry, the Stanley Final was on. I believe I did the right thing.
You think he was calling you because he felt bad, or did he call you because he's like, how you doing?
That is
how's that working out, Donnie?
You know what?
How you feeling?
Interesting stuff there. Big 5 o'clock hour. How you feeling about the Knicks? They're a win away for the first time winning a championship in 53 years. Don Anna Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
USA fans, this one's for you. FanDuel's dropping a massive USA Super Boost for the matchup against Paraguay. Right now, all customers can win up to $25 if the USA has 1+ shot. Yes, not a typo, just 1 shot gets it done. That's one of our biggest boosts yet, and all you need is 1 moment from the USA to cash in. Back the USA and get in on this huge super boost before kickoff. Right now, all customers can win up to $25 if the USA has 1+ shot. Yes, not a typo, just 1 shot gets it done. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Only on FanDuel. 21 and over in Fisley Present, New York. Opt-in required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max wager $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Listen up. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th for 4 days of nonstop action right in the middle of the biggest sports weekend of the summer. See more than 500 athletes and celebrities, including Aaron Judge, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, and hundreds more. All at the world's #1 sports fan festival. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours before they're gone at fanaticsfest.com.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. We've got the Mets home tonight at Citi Field, and just a packed ride out there on the roads. Also, fireworks night. That brings a bigger crowd. You probably want to give yourself a generous head start. Whitestone Bridge, bumper to bumper, heading into Queens. Slow crawl there. You're backed up onto the southbound Hutch in the Bronx. All of your approaches to the outbound George in pretty rough shape. Worst of it right now, Cross Bronx westbound, right before the split for the upper and lower decks. Broken down van blocking a lane. You're crawling there from the Bruckner on through. Inbound Georgia, about 20 to 30 for the upper deck. Lower level, about a 15 to 20 minute ride. Outbound Lincoln going to run you close to an hour. Outbound Holland, an hour plus. This report is sponsored by America 250. To celebrate America's 250th anniversary, they're coming together from coast to coast. Get involved with live events, performances, and more. Visit America250.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you've saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams.
This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
DHR live from Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. Also need to let you know that it's game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, guys.
It's Tully time!
It's Tully time.
It's Milagrosa time, too.
Mets open up a series with the Braves. Coverage immediately following us on 880 at 6:30. What will happen tonight? Because it's June 12th. Something always happens on June 12th.
Who's throwing out the first pitch?
Let's see. What would be appropriate? Well, they actually should get Danhausen to do it.
Oh, wow.
The Yankees visit the Blue Jays at 7:37. Team USA gets the World Cup started against Paraguay at 9. You can see it right here at Plattduetsche.
Right here in Plattduetsche.
Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
And girls, don't you worry. Adam and your lovely girls, Danhausen has seen and loves the picture. He appreciates it.
All right, you know what? Bring them up.
Yeah, bring them up.
Oh, you want the girls to come up?
Yeah,
come on up here.
Bring
Come
up
on
the
up.
girls.
And the whole family's uncursed.
All right. Bring them up. I want to, because
let's-
I don't
Now,
want it
let's
to be
get them
seen
in front of
like
the camera.
I don't love children.
Yeah.
I just want to understand this whole thing, and they look cute, and they should be able to have fun with Danhausen.
That didn't stop you from burying them a few
My
minutes
brother
ago.
was yelling at me saying that he should get the key to the city, and
Your
it's all
brother-
because
your
of
brother's an
Danhausen.
idiot, too. I mean, God bless
Two?
him.
I'm not an idiot for this opinion.
All right, get
Come
these
on
girls
up.
right in front.
There they are.
Keep going all the way down.
That's it.
What are your guys' names? Katie, Jillian, and Gwen. Katie, Jillian, and Gwen. 3 big WW fans. All of your favorite is Cody? All of you? Who's your favorite, Gwen? Danhausen's your favorite. What about you? Rhea? You look a little Rhea. I see a little Rhea in the face, Jillian. And your favorite is Is Cody. All right.
Okay, so.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for
Yes,
being here.
thank you so much.
Don't listen to Grumps.
And
like
Danhausen has nothing to do with the Knicks, but he
I
seems like a wonderful
disagree,
guy.
but we thank you.
We disagree.
Thank you.
All right, good job. Great job.
Thanks, guys. All right, Alan, help them. Don't let them
Yes.
fall off the stage.
Yeah, we don't need them to fall. Well, no, why? They should be floating on air.
If they've been uncursed by Dan.
If they've been uncursed by Danhausen. And I used the line when I was on with my brother that isn't it redundant that he cursed Cleveland?
That is, by the way.
Not knowing that my brother's co-host, Nick Nemeth,
he's
is from Cleveland.
Yeah, well.
But he even understood. Because you know why? He's from Cleveland.
Exactly. Who understands it better?
All right, listen.
He's like, we're already cursed.
Yeah, well, he knows
We
better
don't
than
need any
anybody.
help.
But, the U.S. is going to play. And there is some symmetry with the World Cup being here in the United States because it was here in the United States the last time in 1994.
Right.
And the Rangers won the Stanley Cup that year. And, of course, the Knicks ended up losing in 7 games to Houston. But with the Rangers not here, there is some kind of symmetry that maybe the Knicks end their curse, ironically, when the World Cup is here in the United States. And the championship game at MetLife, the way it was back in 94 when the championship games were here. So
Can I add one more
yes.
thing, too? Because a fingertip was involved in that 94 finals with Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
A fingertip was used in Game 4 for Karl Anthony Towns. So is there sort of like that coming back around thing? That's what you're hoping for. All the scar tissue. Like, I feel like, if they can get this done Saturday night or whenever it's going to get done, if they get this done, this is not like the 15 guys on the court, Leon Rose and William Wesley and Mike Brown, the coaching staff, that organization definitely, that's their win. They earned that. But there's a part of me, and I don't know how you feel about this, Don, as somebody that follows a team like the Mets, that they've gone through so much pain also.
Right.
There's something about thinking that, and that's why you see so many former Knicks out there, it's like it's for them too. Now, they aren't contributing to the winning, but these are guys that played, again, there were some that didn't, but the guys that you see back are the ones that played with pride and went through some of the most frustrating turn of events, bad bounces, injuries at the worst time, whatever it is, right? They all had to live through all of that quote-unquote bad luck, that it's almost like them seeing it finally turn. That's got to feel different for them too, right?
No, it does, and I think the fact that even guys that played less time with the Knicks and more times other places still have gravitated to the Garden.
Yeah.
But I'm closer to it because I never played. But I feel so good for these fans that suffered and the ones that stuck with the team. When they could have jumped on the Nets bandwagon when they had the super team, or you could have been like a lot of other fans that, I'm giving up on the Knicks. I'm going to go root for Jordan and the Bulls, or I'm going to go root
Golden
for
State.
Kobe and the Lakers, or LeBron and Shaq, or Kobe and Shaq, or LeBron.
Yep.
That's why you walk around New York. You go to the Willowbrook Mall and you see Warrior hats and Heat hats and Cavalier hats all those years when the Knicks were terrible because they couldn't take the losing. But the fans that did take the losing, they might have complained, but they still went to the games. They still watched the games. They still consumed all the information because it was their team. Those are the people that I'm going to feel happiest for because they truly suffered, Peter, and this is what they get for that at the end of the rainbow.
There's levels to who deserves this. And, oh, wow, Alan, the door. Can we just leave it open?
Just glorious. That felt good, though, for a second.
Can we just leave the door open for
that
love
was
of
just
Christ?
so nice. Feels so good when it touches your skin.
Yeah, it really does. Now, number one, who you feel the best for, like you said, are the people who have been there and really never left, right? Like, Anthony Donahue. You know what I mean? The people
my God, we got to get him on.
The people who
can't believe we haven't had him on yet.
No, should we get? We should.
Easily.
Let's get him. Let's get Anthony for a chat, man. What a special! I've been so happy.
I guarantee you, if I said, "Can you call in?" He'll call in like.
Before the segment ends. Yeah, let's get him right now.
But
the people
I'd
like
to get him after.
You want to get him after?
Well, you don't want to touch the money.
Yeah.
Done.
Done.
All right, done.
Out.
So those are who you're happy about the most. But I'm going to say something, Alan. This isn't for Don because Don doesn't respect these people, and I
doesn't
understand.
feel.
But there are people out there who are lapsed fans. They love the team, and at a certain point, life comes along, and you start just being like, they suck. I watch them when I watch them. It's not my life.
They're not worth my time.
And they're not worth my time.
I have seen people like that.
And listen, do they deserve the joy as much as Anthony Donahue? No, they don't. But I am happy for those people who have gotten to come back to this team and enjoy
Why
it.
would you have any happiness for those people?
No,
Because what they're doing.
Because a fan base isn't made up of only Anthony Donahue. That's not what a fan base is.
You don't have to have a basement filled of memorabilia to be a fan.
Right. That's why what you're happiest for.
Right,
But
but
there's other
happiest for
levels.
those who have lived it, but still.
But think about the guy.
It's the coming back home.
It's funny how life gets in the way when the team stinks. All of a sudden, when the team's great, you all of a sudden find the time to watch all the games and go to all the games.
But by the way, Tom, that I've literally said, we've talked about this. You have made the argument with me that it's fair if you are a Jets fan at a certain point to no longer prioritize missing time with your kids on Sunday when they give you nothing.
Yes.
They give you nothing.
Say it.
You should miss your kids' childhood to watch their garbage, and then you don't get to come back ever. So you give them 20 years. But then for 10, you go, you know what? I'm going to raise my children because you're wasting my life and you're wasting my money.
All right.
You
I
don't
can't
get to
give
come
you 3
back.
hours on a Sunday. I've got to do stuff with my family. I'll check in on the score, but
That's
I'm not,
it. I'm
not
checking
sitting
in.
watching.
You got to give some room for those people.
Look, I'm this close to it.
I know you are.
I'm this close.
But
with
let's
the
be
Jets.
also.
I might be out
let's be
soon
honest.
if this doesn't turn.
But let's be honest, okay? Because I've got kids, all right? And if you say, all right, listen, I'm going to spend time with my kids on a Sunday. You should be spending time with your kids on a Sunday anyway. We've got DVRs now. We've got the ability to follow the game on our phone. You know, you shouldn't deprive your kids a nice day outside because you're, Dave Rothenberg in the basement ignoring your family, okay? But if you decide they're not worth my time because they're poor, they're awful, they make bad decisions, they've got a bad owner, they got a bad general manager.
That has been said
but
about
then all of
a lot
sudden,
of teams here.
But then all of a sudden when the team figures it out, well, now I don't have to prioritize my family. Now I'm going to prioritize the
you know what
the
happens?
Knicks.
Wait. No, Don, I'm sorry. But what happens there is now the family's involved in it.
Yeah, now they want to be there
with you.
with you.
Sucks. You're telling your kids, hey, watch this with me. Why? They suck, Dad. I'm not watching this.
But
then it gets good, and what happens? But my kids are watching now. They rarely watch the Knicks.
But good for you. Like they win the championship. Okay, great. But I'm saying I feel as being one of those fans growing up that when that team finally wins, that's who I'm going to feel the best for.
Of course.
That's who this championship is going to be
But
for.
we're not saying that's not what we're saying. Those are two different conversations. I don't think Peter and I are saying that you don't feel better for the ones that have stuck through it and lived through the pain and been through some stuff. 100%. Those are the ones that when I see them and I know them by face and by I'm giving them hugs.
Yeah,
right. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to high five somebody that just came back in.
I understand.
That's all I'm saying.
But that's what this championship is for, to me. The people that never gave up, that still care about the team, that blood, sweat, and tears for this team. And even the older fans who haven't seen it, like Spike. I'm going to feel so good for Spike. He's going through a lot of health issues right now. Has not seen this team win since 1973.
And we mean Spike from St. Pete, not Spike Lee. And you do have to clarify when you're talking about the Knicks.
Spike from St. Pete. Spike, because he was calling about the Knicks when
they
there
lost
was nothing
the
to talk about. And I would tell you, Peter, you've been on this show for over 10 years. I've been in this time slot since 05. I've been working at the station. I'm 3 months shy of 25 years. No matter how bad the Knicks were, if for something came up and the Knicks became a topic of conversation, bang, all of a sudden the lines are full of Knicks fans. Because this is the most optimistic fan base. You don't get a lot of the other teams when they stink, they go away. I think this fan base was positive when they shouldn't have been positive.
It's a great point.
Still had hope when there was no hope.
So true.
More so than any other fan base.
As beaten down, because, again, as you know, I mean, throughout all the different shows I've been on, I get a ton of Nick calls, and as beaten down as they have every reason to be beaten down, there's still always that happened, okay, but how do we get here?
Exactly.
They never will let go of the pursuit of finally winning.
I have taken
dozens. It's such a great point you're making.
I've taken so many phone calls from Jet fans. I'm done. I'm done with this team. I'm not following them
anymore. Sick of it, right.
Met fans hearing the same thing. Islander fans, same thing. But I can't remember too many Knick fans saying, I'm done, because they still found a way to fight and believe. So you're right, Peter. There are those people, a lot of Jet fans saying, I'm done. I'm going to prioritize my family. I don't see it as much with the Knicks fans. So that's why this is going to feel really good when and if it happens. 1-800-919-3776. DHR is live from Plattduetche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro.
Let's hear
Milagro,
it.
enjoy the brighter side of tequila.
Picking up.
This
we're
summer.
We're within 4 hours of kickoff.
Let's get back to the busy phones. Steve's out in California. You're on Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon, and thanks for taking my call.
Always.
It's interesting listening to the conversation. I actually wrote a few notes earlier. But the conversation, even now, I'm 72 years old. In the early 1970s, I worked at TGI Fridays and hung out with the Knicks, Phil Jackson, and Willis Reed, and Clyde used to hang out there. That was their spot.
When was
it was a building super that had 3 Knicks living in it.
What
and
year
got
we
to sit on the Knicks bench during a game. So this, to me, I moved away to Northern California 5 years ago for my health, and my health has gotten better. I've been going to the brewery here, local brewery in Grass Valley, and it's amazing watching other people, because most of them aren't New Yorkers, and watching the games and finding out those who want to cheer for them and those who don't. And so, a couple of comments really quick, if I can. Legs was right about the thinking on OG's block. I think the guard thought that he was going to make that bucket better than 2 foul shots. He had a 95% chance versus if he's an 80% chance foul shooter. Somebody recommended earlier taking Cat out of the game at the beginning. And your response, Alan, was right on. I keep a very close eye. Pull him quickly if he doesn't, if they start running at him. And I'm surprised that you read the Super Fraud's entire email.
It just made it worse.
The Spurs are in their The Spurs are all in their early 20s. They haven't played this deep into a season. They're playing a lot of minutes because they're not as deep as the Knicks. They're young and inexperienced as
Well, you know what happens, Steve? We talked about at the beginning, and thank you for the phone call, that this is an experienced Knicks team and an inexperienced Spurs team. I mean, look at all the guys that are under 22 years old, and look at the Knicks. Now the Knicks aren't an old team compared to the Spurs. They are.
No, they're in their prime.
But they went through the scar tissue. What's happened over the last couple of years? The coaching change. You've got guys that have won a national championship. I heard John Calipari talking about this after the game the other day, about just the amount of games they played, amount of big games that they've played. And the Spurs are going to benefit from this. That's what's scary about them in the future is they're going to learn from this, and they're going to get better. And they might maybe got another dynasty coming up, and that's for another day. But I think you're seeing all the things we talked about at the beginning of the series. Experience versus kids is probably the reason that it's 3-1.
Yeah, of course it is. It's the poise that I keep – to me, that's the biggest factor in the series so far has been poise. And that and, again, we've also pointed to the fact that there's how much gas is left in the tank. Young teams tend to really come out with a lot of emotion early in a game. And then in the second half, they really give you all that kind of to just go, go, go. And you see how hard they play, and you just keep saying, they need to manage this because when you get down to the last 2 minutes, it's a lot harder to play that hard when you've been doing 48 minutes, a long time, man. And most of these guys are playing 40 to 45. So there are pockets of a game where you've got to just dial it back a little bit, knowing I got to leave it in reserves for the end of a game. We haven't seen them do that other than, of course, the Game 3, which just had so many stoppages and slowdowns in the fourth quarter. It benefited them.
I don't remember the number, but the other thing Calipari said was how many Knicks played 4 years in college.
That's a good point.
And I don't remember the number, but it was a few.
Yeah.
Which you don't see in the NBA anymore.
Or at least 3. But it's a good point because the Villanova
I didn't
guys
fact check
put
him,
in more
but
time.
But even if it's just 3, I mean, think about that. Wemby doesn't have any of that experience.
Well, he has 0.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah.
Speaking of the college piece of it, it is interesting to think about the coaches who are behind the most special players on this team.
Calipari, Jay Wright.
Yeah.
This
is a team, and they're both there on the court with them afterwards.
Yeah.
The connection with
Think
both
about
players.
it too. McBride is Bob Huggins, and Shamet played at Wichita State. There are a lot of guys on this team that have had some pretty, and also too Castle, Hurley.
There's always that. You live forever when
these great players don't grow on trees, man. They are developed. They're grown.
Gilberto in the truck. You're on ESPN.
There he is. Hey, pal.
What's up, Big Don? What's up, Hahn? And what's up, Pete? Yo, Pete, I'm gonna let you know one thing. This is Don telling you about Mr. Housen, whatever his name is. He's riding somebody's coattails that didn't invite him, bro. Seriously, man. You, of all people, should know better than that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I regress.
He's riding
I wasn't picking a fight with you, Petey. Okay, I regress. But, Hahn, the reason for my call is for you, man. I want to thank you, Hahn. You and Monica McNutt and the whole MSG crew, but especially you. I remember back after the series in with these people with Atlanta, we won, and you said, this team is special. There's something about this team. If you really support them, this is the time to get behind them.
Yeah.
You reiterated that on the Cleveland series, where you really said, you got to get behind this team. This is your team. They're ready to win a championship. Okay? When that ball came off the rim, short, and OG almost slammed the thing, but he tipped it in with his fingertips with 4 guys around him, that showed and confirmed everything you've been saying. So my call is to you. I thank Don because I love Don. He knows how I feel about him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you, Hahn, you are a special New Yorker, man. You have kept us grinded. You have kept us with 10 toes on the ground. You have kept us with your vibrant analogy and everything about. It's just the excitement that you give New Yorkers, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you now, being a team of destiny, and whoever disagrees, I don't care, okay? We're going to win this. No less than 6. I hope we win this tomorrow. But my call to you is to thank you. And I know a lot of Knicks fans are thanking you, man, because you're a special dude. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I was there. I'm 63. I was there back in 73 when they won. Okay? I was a kid, but I cheered. And to wait this long is what Don was describing. That pain, man, that we've held for 53 years, man. I remember crying as a kid in 99, man. Okay? Like a kid in 99. Right. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I was crying like a kid because I couldn't believe it that Smith blew that dunk or the layup or finger roll, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But, Hahn, thank you, man.
Appreciate
we
you,
appreciate you, and we appreciate
and,
Alan.
And let's get the job done like that before, then we can really
there you go.
Really appreciate all the things we're doing here.
Don Anna Rosenberg live from Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. More calls at 1-800-919-3776. We also have ENN coming up at 6. We're out of Dodge at 6:30 because it's the Mets and the Braves on ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Launches a straight on 3. Missed it short. Tip by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in. The Knicks take the lead with 1.2 to go.
The NBA Finals.
And the New York Knicks just pulled off the biggest comeback win in NBA Finals history.
NBA Finals Game 5 coverage and a chance to win it all gets underway Saturday night at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Your New York Knicks are back in the finals, and BetMGM is here for this legendary run. Get in on the championship series with odds boosts, same-game parlay boosts, and more. Whether it's another clean sweep or Knicks in 7, BetMGM offers a star-studded lineup of markets for the finals, including live bets, props, and original bets. And if you're looking to call the shots with the same precision as the Eastern Conference champions, early cash out will be offered on select bets to give you the flexibility to take your payout early. Join the Knicks and BetMGM on this march toward a ticker tape parade. Let's go Knicks. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid. Bite back.
At D'Agostino and Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
Sure, keeping things casual has its time and place. But sometimes simply playing to have fun isn't enough. So when you're looking for a way to up the ante, try these 5 simple words. Play you for an ultra? That always seems to do the trick. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Mets game still a go right now over at Citi Field, even with the rough weather headed our way. Just a lot of extra company at the Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens. You're bumper to bumper from the Bronx side. Grand Central westbound, crawling heading over to LaGuardia. Crash involving a sports car facing the wrong way and a couple of cars. Right lane is out. Delays there are starting to back up to Citi Field. All of your approach is pretty terrible heading over to the outbound George. Worst of it Cross Bronx westbound. Slam there from the Bruckner on through. Inbound Georgia, about 30 to 40 for the upper deck. Lower level, about a 20 to 30 minute ride. Outbound Lincoln, your best bet at 30 to 40. Outbound Holland, going to run you an hour plus. This report is sponsored by the Danny Did Foundation. The Danny Did Foundation closes gaps in epilepsy care. In memory of Danny Stanton, a child lost to epilepsy, visit DannyDid.org for safety resources. Enjoy your life, Danny Did. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, we're live here at Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. Swing by, got to talk to some people. They're really excited about the Knicks. They're excited about the USA playing tonight at 9 o'clock. All the TVs will be engaged for that. So if you're in the area, come by. We're going to be here for another hour before Mets baseball, and then certainly hang out. Food's great. And
trust me.
It's hot, but it's still a beautiful day.
No. And if you haven't ever been here, I'm telling you, the menu, insane. It's great German food. Obviously some other stuff as well. But if you love German food, Wiener Schnitzel, like a sauerbraten, like, trust me. The potato pancakes, off the charts. Come here and just go to town.
Go to town. Have some fun.
I was thinking of, like,
on a
the
Friday.
German word for Gavone. I don't know.
I don't know it. I worked at a German restaurant as a
really?
Yeah, when I was
before or after the pharmacy.
This was just before the pharmacy, so this was like 84 into 85. It was called the Kirker's Inn, and I was a dishwasher and a busboy.
That's how you get started.
And then they would feed you at the end of the night. And there was one night that
nice.
I had rice and potato pancakes. I mean, how much starch can one person have in one sitting?
When you're young, it doesn't matter, but you're right.
They had really great food.
Potato
it was,
pancakes, though.
awesome. So I'm a fan, too.
So good.
All right, let's dive back into the calls. 1-800-919-3776. Jose in New Jersey. You're on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just excited. Can't wait for the game tomorrow. It's going to be great. I just wanted to touch base with the tip-in. Just we're not giving enough props to Clarkson. He technically gave the little the blessing on his hand when he got hurt a few weeks back, and that hand honestly is the one who guided that ball in. And it's just a team of believe, and it's just more of now, Brunson making that back shot that he takes before every game, makes it this year. Things like that. This is why this team is just a believe of just getting the job done. And it's basically holding on to the city, and it's just showing us how hard that we work and how hard that we have shown and the pain that we've gone through. And it's just a perfect example of everything they have shown for us.
Jose, it's so true, and it's the resiliency factor of just never giving up. Life is hard. You're gonna have things thrown at you sometimes that make you feel like this is insurmountable. And this team is a couple of times, we told you, they've won 5 games down by 20 in the playoffs. I mean, come on. So they have shown you a resiliency and ability to stay with it. And the Clarkson thing's funny, but it is an example though of when you say believe, that's why I said earlier in the playoffs, a team like this, when you see how much they believe in themselves, how they turned it around in that Atlanta series because they all knew this is not us, and we're not going out like that, and we need to just understand that this is our time. And they all collectively believed it was their time. And you're right, this is our time. What are we doing? When the team believes in itself that much, how can you not believe in them? And that's, I guess, where I am right now with them, is how do you not believe in a team that believes in itself that much?
Let's go to Ruben in New Haven. You're on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Gentlemen, what a time to be alive. I just wanted to quickly chat with you guys about the fanhood. I think a lot of other fan bases, that's what they dislike about us. We don't suffer like they do. I mean, we certainly suffer, but we don't quit on our team. I don't think a lot of Knicks fans, for the most part, just walk out or quit on the team. It is what it is. I mean, I go to a barbershop here in Connecticut. It's blue and orange. It's been that way since the day I started going there. And the Knicks are always the topic of conversation, no matter how bad they are. And in terms of people I'm happy for,
Ruben,
I'm happy
what
for
barbershop?
Allen.
Shout it out, man. Shout out the barbershop. What is it?
It's Cutting Edge in Meriden, but
I gotta go.
The walls are covered in Knicks gear. We scream Knicks no matter what. I mean, no matter what. And I think that's what other fan bases hate about us. We don't suffer in the way that they suffer. And I'm actually happy for the MSG crew.
You know what they call Knicks fans? Insufferable.
What's that?
They say fans are insufferable. And I take that as a compliment.
100% I'll wear it. But I'm happy for folks like you, Alan. I'm brown-nosing. I'm happy for Monica McNutt. I'm happy for Mike Breen, Clyde Frazier. We can switch the channel on the bad nights. You guys are there suffering for us every night. So hearing the excitement in your guys' voices, and Spike Lee, man, he's our flag bearer. If there was a parade of nations for fans, he would be our flag bearer.
Well, I'm sure he'll be a part of the parade.
I wonder. Ruben brings up a very interesting thing. Ruben, thanks you so much for the call. I love your passion. He brings a good point. So you think of the different potential for floats, right? Would there be a celebrity float, and could you imagine who'd be on it?
I think,
that would be a good one.
You could have a celebrity if you want.
I don't think there will be.
You don't think?
I'm going to tell you why.
I'll tell you what, it would be insane, though. You talk about a who's who on that float.
Yeah, and
I just remember,
Danhausen float.
And I just remember.
Now you.
But Michael, we should have him on about this, but he's getting ready for the game tonight.
He's got time.
He's told us because when the Yankees won in '96, he and John Sterling were on a float. That's that picture of Michael with that long leather
trench
jacket, and he talked about how uncomfortable it was.
Well, really?
First of all, you got to get there really early. You got to load up there, and then you're on that float. There's no getting off the float.
Okay.
So if you've got to you got to go to the bathroom or whatever. Like you're on there. Like, and I just think that I just can't see a celebrity having to go through. Got to be here early.
Well, Chalamet would do it in a heartbeat.
Listen, I think you would.
Stiller will be filming.
Well,
Come
you
on.
saw that. I don't know if it's
he's doing a
rumor,
documentary,
but he's doing a doc. You see him when he's filming on the phone.
Yeah.
He's using that. I'm not saying there wouldn't be that. Some would be like, that's a little bit.
I'll tell you what. I know what Michael said. I don't care.
No,
if there's a float that they're like, hey, you could be on this float. If I'm like worried about having to go to the bathroom, give me diapers. I'm on the damn thing.
Larry
I'll
David
be there
will
all
not be on
day.
the float.
You might have to have trouble getting me off the float.
What'd you say?
Larry David will not be on the float.
Of course
Well,
not.
Larry David.
No, Larry David.
But Spike would do it.
Spike would do it. Chalamet would do it. Stiller would do it. Tracy Morgan would do it.
He might drive it.
Fat Joe would do it.
Yes.
Fat Joe would perform lean back 100 times, which is what you do on floats.
I guess so.
He's done it on the Puerto Rican Day Parade many times.
Which is Sunday.
That's right. By the way, that's interesting.
That would be a crazy. By the way, that parade could go another level if they win Saturday night.
Oh, I was just thinking about that.
Anthony Donahue texted me.
Yeah, he texted all of us.
Yeah, okay, you
it's
saw
Anthony
it.
Donahue. He's
ready. He's listening.
He heard his ears were tingling.
But the thing is, I appreciate he texts us each individual.
I know.
That's right.
Well, he's going to put us in a group chat.
Yeah, what if we don't know each other's numbers? He doesn't want to violate trust.
Who's this guy?
Hopefully, we'll be talking to him on.
But can you imagine, guys, if the Knicks win Saturday, what the Puerto Rican Day Parade is going to be like on Sunday?
Ooh. How many Alvarado jerseys?
I mean, I wonder. Oh man, if the Knicks were smart, you would have had to really plan.
I might want to go to it.
The Knicks should have already had a float in the Puerto Rican Day Parade, not for the players,
Well, he would be,
but just to celebrate the team.
What do
Their
they
own
call
float.
the leader of the parade again?
The
Why am I?
Grand Marshal.
Grand Marshal.
Yeah, I don't think you'd because they won't leave after the game. They'll leave Sunday.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he wouldn't be able to get.
Don't think he'd be in town in time, but maybe his parents. Oh no, they're over there. They're already in San Antonio too. His folks are there. His family's there. Knicks did it right. They let everybody come. It was great.
They did a special Channel 7 News because of the place in Brooklyn where he learned basketball. It was really cool.
We had his high school coach on MSG on one of the shows this week, and he raved again, Christ the King, right? So talked about how he was to get where he got. Yeah, he had to have a toughness about him, which made him also difficult to deal with at times. You're going to butt heads, but that's what makes him great. And to see him get to this point, obviously, Julian Champagny on the Spurs played at Bishop Loughlin. So they played against each other in high school. So that's a pretty good moment for the Catholic League to have two guys like that playing in the finals.
Let's go to Hector in White Plains. You're on ESPN New York.
Close, Don, close. It is Edgar, but I'll take Hector if that's what you want to call me, buddy.
I didn't hear any of that.
I didn't hear any.
But thank you for the call. I think I speak for all of us.
I think you got to get a better phone,
call
man.
quality's rough there.
I heard Charlie Brown's teacher. I apologize for that. So we'll get you right up as long as you get a better line.
Just get a better line.
Let's go to Alex in Limbrook. You're on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good, man. What's up?
Good. I just want to talk about hockey. I know the Knicks are number one, but Donnie, I'm a hockey junkie like you. I can watch any two games, any two teams play.
What's your
and
team?
this series has been pretty good.
Alex, what's your team?
I'm sorry?
Who's your team?
Islanders.
Okay, yeah. You said Lindbrook. I'm
But
like,
I root
very curious.
Yeah, I root for the other two teams a little. But Don, do you think there's an old saying in NASCAR, cautions breed caution, championships breed championships? I know our teams made the playoffs last season, but you see them the teams making a big turn, especially the Devils and the Islanders, with the Islanders getting the new coach, and even Mr. Hahn said they have a couple of great prospects. So do you think they'll be able to take a turn, and at least two, and hopefully the Rangers will have much better seasons coming up and going on long runs?
I think that what helps the three local teams is that you're in the Metro and not the Atlantic. Like Carolina's going to be back; they're going to be great.
Yep.
But I think everything else is pretty much up for grabs. I still think the Rangers have a lot of work to do, but they can make a big deal. I mean, once we get through all of this, there's going to be some trading.
Oh no, July 1st, right? Draft night's coming up first, and then July 1st is when free agency begins, and action can happen. Look, the Rangers. First of all, if you're Drury, Like, this can't continue.
No,
right?
yeah.
So you got to do something to shake it up. And with the Devils and I still think the Devils stay healthy and you'll be really good.
I think if they stay healthy.
They could be a really good team. They probably have the best chance out of the three, would you agree, to have the biggest leap from no playoffs to a
absolutely
contender.
And
the Islanders are going to be young. And I think people have to understand they're going to be super talented and young. They could be a little Spurs-like because if Schaefer is Wembanyama, right, like that kind of he really is a freak of nature. You consider his age and what he's able to do at that age at this league. He's going to be, like Wemby, a face of the NHL for years to come. But they got a couple other prospects coming up that if they can hit early, they could be competitive. But I don't know how they're going to spend. That's the thing with the Islanders.
But Pete DeBoer having a full season, I'd like to see what he's going to be able to do with that team. Real quick, because this could be for all sports. But just looking at hockey yesterday, with all the awards being announced early, the Vezina went to Vasilevsky. Coach of the Year went to John Cooper. And the MVP, the Hart Trophy,
that's a great point,
goes to Kucherov. They got bounced in the first round.
That's a great point.
And with all these extra teams going into the playoffs, NHL, half the teams make the playoffs. NBA, if you count the play-in, you've got 20 of 30.
Yeah.
Baseball now's got 14 of 30. Football, what do they got? Now you're up to 16, right, of the 32.
Half.
Or almost half. Or is it 4? It's 12 for baseball,
it's
14 for football.
7,
right. So 14 for football. When you have that many, should we start including the postseason in the season awards?
Doesn't it feel like that? Half the league is going anyway.
Like, it always felt like, it's unfair when there's 4 baseball teams that go to the –
I'm going to say no. Now, I don't know if you want to break here, and I'll tell you on the other side, or I can tell you right now, and you'll flip out on me.
But I would just say to it, and I want to hear Alan's on the other side. All I would say is if you do that, it doesn't mean that a player can't have such a great regular season that it outdoes what someone else did in the playoffs. But it allows someone, if they have an incredible 25-game span in the playoffs, to have that included versus a player who did it great for 80 games and didn't play another game.
I'll explain to you why this is all wrong.
He says it's all wrong.
All right, well, great.
Here we go.
I'm loving to hear this. I love contradiction. It's always great. I love arguments. 1-800-919-3776. Don Anna Rosenberg live with you here at Plattduetsche in Franklin Square. Brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. ENN at 6. Don Anna Rosenberg till 6:30. Then it's Mets baseball on ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Launches a straight on 3. Missed it short. Tip by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in. The Knicks take the lead with 1.2 to go.
The NBA Finals.
And the New York Knicks just pulled off the biggest comeback win in NBA Finals history.
NBA Finals Game 5 coverage and a chance to win it all. Get underway Saturday night at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Come on, ref, end the game.
What's the rush? We're winning.
And we're going to keep winning if we get to the Nissan Summer Sales event.
What?
The event where you can score great savings on a new Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Can it hold off 10 minutes?
Oh, sure. You think the #1 brand of new vehicle quality by J.D. Power is just going to wait for you?
I get it, but we waited years for this match.
But look at these incentives.
Wait, are you serious? Come on, ref! Blow the whistle! Blow the whistle!
The whistle is blowing on these savings. Hurry in and bring home a winning offer at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Now, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, Pathfinder, or Frontier, excluding S-Trim. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Frontier S-Trim, 1.9% APR for 60 months at $1,748 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. N6/3026.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This June, don't miss our midweek Money Rush drawing and your chance to win your share of $50,000. Be here on Wednesday, June 10th and 24th from 3 till 6 p.m. when one lucky winner will be drawn every hour to win $5,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one winner will take home $5,000 cash plus any unclaimed cash from the previous drawings. Come to where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Runs it in midcourt. Launches a straight on three. Missed it short. Tipped by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in.
When you're a little kid and you become a fan, these are the moments you dream of. It's like the sports gods look down and say, no. You've waited since May 10th of 1973. And guys, you will wait no more.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey Yankees fans, join us at Yankee Stadium on Thursday, June 18th as the Yankees take on the White Sox. And come early for a special giveaway. It's Yankee Soccer Jersey Night. The first 18,000 guests will receive a Yankee soccer jersey presented by Bank of America. Don't miss Yankees and White Sox on Thursday, June 18th, Yankee Soccer Jersey Night. Get your tickets now at yankees.com/tickets.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
I think it's not only a unifier between generations, it's a unifier between people with differing views. People come together for sports, and this Knick team is a unifier. It has brought people together, and I will forever be grateful of the time that this has allowed me to bond with my son. This brings us together. We speak the same language when it comes to sports, and that's such a neat thing.
The Michael Kay Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Soccer fans, it's RJ Santillo from DiPietro and Rothenberg, and tonight you can hang with me and my boy Ray Santiago for a watch party presented by Rothenberger Pilsner. You can watch the match between the U.S. and Paraguay at Zoom Schneider Beer House in Brooklyn starting at 9 p.m. Enjoy Pilsner perfection since 1872 from the first German Pilsner. Come out, grab a cold Rothenberger, hang with us, and join in on the energy with ESPN New York. It's me, RJ Santillo. It's Ray Santiago. It's all happening live at Zoom Schneider Beer House tonight, brought to you by Rothenberger Pilsner.
Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know this because I use Viking at my own place.
Sure do.
The season may be over, but pests are always in play, so it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. You invite people over to the pool party, you're having barbecues, you don't want insects to get in the way. Their local team builds a personalized plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
Also, while you mention that, Don, a big article in the New York Times today that people should pay attention to. There's been a lot of fear about ticks this season, and the Times has an article about how badly New York City itself is going to be affected by ticks.
It's from the winter.
So everyone, you really need to pay attention to this. If you have pets, if you have little kids, I have seen Lyme's disease just ruin people. So please be super mindful of that.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Milagro. Milagro, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. You know, it's happened with Jalen. Like she comes to Marco's baseball games, and then she likes to go and play or whatever. And then she came home one day, and right there, like on her forehead, I see a black spot. Like it was a tick. Thank God it didn't burrow in. And then Marco had one on his leg. So what you got to do is, if the kids ever go into the woods or go near a playground that's got a lot of foliage around it, when you bring them home, or even before you get them in the car, just check them. Check around the ankles, any open area. I'm telling you, it's no joke. And with the pets as well.
Spray a little, what is it, cinnamon spray?
Yeah.
Or peppermint.
Spray. Oh, that's right, peppermint.
Peppermint spray. They repels them.
But, once they burrow the head in, so if you see it, just be really careful. And just don't swat it away either, because if it burrowed in, you might be able to knock it off, but that still can do damage if it burrowed his head into the skin. So it is no joke, believe me. 1-800-919-3776. Before we get back to the phones, Alan had a retort to what I said about maybe having regular season awards carry into action in the postseason.
Yeah, we've already done enough turning the regular season into a meaningless exhibition of games. It's 6 months. We spend more time on 2.5 months, and we focus on the end result of 2.5 months, which is the playoffs, which is the tournament for every league. And I always feel like we've got it backwards, because even in Europe with soccer, they focus so much on regular season games that mean everything. And I feel like that's going away in America. So these long seasons, how many times do we say, it's too early, it doesn't matter, all that stuff, right? Just get into the tournament. It's what matters in October in baseball. It's what matters in April in the NBA and the NHL. And I feel like we've already cheapened the regular season enough into basically 6 months of exhibition before we lead to the games that count. If we take away the awards of your success in the regular season and now turn it into melting it into the playoffs, no one will care about the regular season and what you've done, because, for instance, the 3 guys on the Lightning that all won awards, you lost in the first round, you're out. Now I can't give you that MVP. I can't give you that Coach of the Year. I can't give you that Goalie of the Year. I can't do that because you lost in the first round. So what you did for 6 months when you were great doesn't count. And I don't want that to happen, because we're going to continue to cheapen the regular season.
I hear what you're saying about cheapening the regular season. You're right. I think what Don would probably argue is the cheapening of the regular season has already happened. There's no way around it. That's what championships do. That's what playoffs do. But now
all these teams going to the playoffs.
You're Don's whole point in saying that is, were those 3 really the right choice when they're gone in the first round?
Yes, because they were chosen at the end of the regular season. They were chosen by what they did.
But this season won't be remembered by what people did in the regular season.
Well,
it's only remembered.
I feel like it's got to count for something. There already is a playoffs MVP in the NHL.
That's fair.
There's already that. That exists.
I understand that, but there's not a Coach of the Year. There's not a Vezina. There's not a Selke. And all I'm saying is, I'm not even saying I disagree with you. But like Peter said, you could make it a tiebreaker. Let's say you had 2 coaches that were like I would say Martin St. Louis coached every bit as well in the regular season as John Cooper. I still believe John Cooper got it because he had never won it before. But the fact that now Martin St. Louis took his team in the playoffs to the 3rd round when Cooper was done in the first round, that I'd say, you know what?
That's the tiebreaker.
It was the tiebreaker, because you'll still see guys win awards in the regular season that didn't go to the playoffs, that didn't go far in the playoffs.
I don't think you will. I don't think you will. I'm sorry. I think that changes. So you're telling me, when do you vote for the award then?
At the end of the season.
Stanley Cup final, or even after it? Is that what you're telling me? After the Stanley Cup final is over?
Yeah.
Then we'll do this?
Yeah.
Again, I think recency bias will always play a factor, and you will think more about April to June
might be right,
than you would about, hey, remember, we forgot this team won 10 in a row or 11 in a row or had a great second half.
No, it's not. It's my point. It's not a bad point.
There's one other upside, too, to having them both. There is something really special about you won the MVP, you won the playoff MVP. You did all of it.
Triple crown.
Yeah, you can do that.
And the cup.
Jonathan in L.A., you're on ESPN New York.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey, Jonathan.
Guys, look, I mean, I'm a Laker fan, but am I intrigued with these NBA finals? This is one of the best NBA finals. I'm actually rooting for the Knicks. I want the Knicks to win, especially for you guys, for the city of New York, for callers like Spike or Omar from Brooklyn, from all of them, man. So hopefully they close it out tomorrow. Also, guys, I wanted to bring that up. A shout out to the chat. I was in the chat earlier, and someone brought up the clown suit for Peter. someone even said they should. I don't know if you guys forgot about that or not.
No,
but someone even said that Peter should do it if the Knicks. Hopefully they do. If the Knicks win, he should do it in the parade. Other than that, fellas, have a good weekend.
Oh, that would
and
distract from-
hopefully Knicks close it out tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
Well, that would be
Thank
interesting.
you.
That,
No, Beach Bash.
I was thinking Beach Bash, but if you get a day like today, I mean, I love Peter too. I don't want to lose him.
I said this.
Does he have to keep it on the whole show?
Well, no, Anthony and I discussed this the other day. I'm down to do it at the Beach Bash, with just a couple of caveats. I'm not doing it the entire show. I will give a full hour, and I think that's fair.
I was going to offer ENN.
So, or ENN.
As you host ENN, you're in a full
I come
clown.
out for ENN in the clown suit.
Well,
That's not
listen,
bad. But if it's 106, it's a Don's point. If it's 106.
All right, but I don't like him talking with Anthony. We all have to be included.
Well,
in this.
we had to,
what is this?
Well, because Anthony hit me up and said,
I wrote, we have to buy the clown suit.
Yeah, he was hitting me up about we have to get the clown suit, and I was like, oh yeah, that is true.
Well,
Why do we have to buy it?
I bought the
By
Eagle.
we, I mean Peter.
I
has
bought
to buy
the Eagle
Oh,
outfit.
we means Peter.
Go ahead.
Oh, is that what you meant? I have to buy the clown
Well,
suit.
put it this way. If you
Well, who's getting
lost, I think
punished
that's
here?
part of the punishment, no?
We have to buy it.
Yeah, I bought the Eagle outfit.
And then, you know what you could do? People at the Beach Bash will want Peter Rosenberg.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Come on now.
We can auction it off.
Auction it off for charity. All right, we'll find it.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, fellas.
It's Tully time.
It's Tully
time.
It's
Tully time.
It is. We all know.
Early time. Mets open a series with the Braves. Coverage immediately following us on 880 at 6:30. Yankees with the Blue Jays at 7:37. And Team USA gets the World Cup started against Paraguay at 9. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. DHR live at Plattduetsche in Franklin Square, brought to you by Malago. Malago, enjoy the brighter side of tequila this summer. ENN coming up next on Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
USA fans, this one's for you. FanDuel is dropping a massive USA Super Boost for the matchup against Paraguay. Right now, all customers can win up to $25 if the USA has one or more shot. Yeah, not a typo, just one shot gets it done. That's one of our biggest boosts yet, and all you need is one moment from the USA to cash in. Back the USA and get in on the huge Super Boost before kickoff. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. With this tournament going on now, the betting options on FanDuel cannot be matched. Total goals, first goal scored, shots on goal. It's all right there in the app. And with same-game parlays, you have a chance for bigger payouts. Only on FanDuel. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max wager $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Sure, keeping things casual has its time and place. But sometimes simply playing to have fun isn't enough. So when you're looking for a way to up the ante, try these 5 simple words. Play you for an Ultra? That always seems to do the trick. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night and an amazing weekend. Mets are home over at Citi Field. Game is still a go, even with the rough weather headed our way. It's also fireworks night. Just a packed ride at the Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens. Jam there and backed up onto the southbound Hutch from Westchester Avenue in the Bronx. Expressway southbound keeps you bunched up, heading toward the stadium and Northern Boulevard. Absolutely no easy way to the outbound. George, not even the Henry Hudson going to help you out. New issue on the Deegan northbound by Yankee Stadium. Stadium. Broken down Amazon tractor trailer in the center lane. Slow crawl heading over to the Cross Bronx. You're backed up across the Tri-Borough up onto the Bruckner. Inbound George, stick with the lower deck if you can. That's about a 20 to 30 minute ride. Upper level going to run you about 30 to 40 minutes. Outbound Lincoln, your best bet at 45. Outbound Hahn will run you over an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This Father's Day, put the focus on Dad's happy place, his garage. Shop more ways to organize, more ways to build, and more ways to spend time together. With low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him a rolling toolbox or a wall-mounted organizer to keep it all in place. Or save on power tools like the Ryobi 2-tool driver drill combo kit for just $99. Make Father's Day about building something together with a little help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. It was ginger vanilla, too. My favorite flavor.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive. So you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C. This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ENN on this very special Friday evening on Long Island. It's brought to you, of course, by Fanatics Fest NYC, July 16th through the 19th. It is the biggest weekend in all of sports. It's taken over New York, and I will have your way to get a pair of tickets on our ESPN New York app in just a bit. Welcome to ENN. Of course, I'd like to start off by saying good evening to Don.
He was 56, I was 86.
That's right. You heard Don. Do you understand our confusion?
No.
Yeah, he was 56, I was 86. Sounds like you're doing ages.
One more time?
That's
he
cool.
He was 56, I was 86.
But I get it now.
But he was never 86.
You were talking about years.
No, you
were 86.
No, I was talking about when I graduated.
Well, now it makes
and
sense.
when he had the Giants win.
Right.
No, you guys just weren't paying attention.
We weren't. No,
Good
we
evening.
weren't. We never listened.
Apologize.
Good evening to Don.
Is it better on the table or in my hand?
Good evening to Don.
I'm allowed to not like things.
Good evening to Alan.
We'll get more on this because Mark Ronson's nice enough
great.
to.
Good evening.
Clean day. Clean day.
Clean day. Sorry. Good evening to myself.
He knows Wu-Tang.
You had a clean day, too.
And wait, what's that, Jacob?
Alan does indeed have one.
Oh, we do. You didn't tell me. Good evening to Alan.
That's a handsome producer sandwich right there.
There you go.
It was.
And lastly, of course, good evening to the great Raekwon the chef.
Rosie was good.
You're going to live on that forever.
Rosie, what's good?
Rosie,
I mean,
what's
classic.
good?
All right, guys. Welcome.
Wait,
welcome.
don't you need to also – isn't there somebody that also needs a good evening?
Oh, Deborah.
Yes.
Deborah and Charles.
Charles. Good evening to Charles.
Well, Deborah came out. She recognized Don LaGreca's handsome face.
Of course.
Really?
How could
And
you
said,
not?
I think I know who these yo-yos are.
Yeah.
And apparently her man, Charles, at home right now. It's his birthday.
Is Charles at home?
So happy. But yeah, and he's in charge, apparently.
Yeah,
Charles is at home?
Yeah, Charles at home.
Okay.
So Deborah came. We took a photo with her, and then she wanted to show love to Charles. So
Yeah, she got real close. Charles, she got real close to Don. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
it may have been interest.
Uncomfortably close
Charles,
to
you're
Don.
lucky I'm
Charles,
not single.
Charles, you're not far away. I'd probably get in the car.
Good evening also
Throwing it out
again to, of course, Don's favorite, Danhausen.
Go Knicks!
Also,
corny.
Also to Ernie Johnson.
We're here, they're there, we're going to be here, we'll be here all night, they'll be there all night.
And good evening to Charles Barkley.
Ernie, let me say this.
And lastly to Shaq, of course.
Award-winning show. Award-winning show. Can't miss it.
How do you guys feel about the addition of Draymond? Like, for an active player, you think Draymond's doing well in that spot?
I haven't seen 1 second of it, and I'm all set.
You know what? I expect that from Don.
I couldn't have watched it.
No.
Wait. It's going up against hello.
Oh.
I'm on the air post game as well.
True.
You're making a choice
Okay.
if you're watching that.
True.
That's all I'm
You
saying.
know what?
Are you supporting your boy, or are you supporting some
Hall of Fame broadcasters?
No. The addition of
Draymond. Big Draymond.
But he specifically closed it out with "I'm good." When I say I'm good,
I'm good.
No, there's a point.
I'm all set.
Now, have you taken any Draymond?
Yes, I have.
Oh wow.
I'm not a fan of
Are you
his.
friends? Okay.
Don't ignore him. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Like
Anyone else feel a way about this, or am I wrong? Am I wrong to feel
I
like
haven't
Don's
watched him
going,
in
let
the
me change the
postgame.
channel. Oh, Alan's about to talk. Let me change the channel right
I watched
now.
him at that.
I'm
half.
out!
You don't supply any halftime.
Yeah, you're not at halftime, Alan.
I'm not on at halftime.
That's right. I only consumed halftime.
And Draymond's on during the half. You know what? Great job by you, Don.
Don't you understand?
Yeah, good recovery.
What recover? I'm just being honest.
Go ahead.
That clock zeroes out. I'm in bed. These games end late.
Oh, you're not watching post game at all.
Oh, hang on a second.
Oh,
Damn,
man,
that hurt. That one
the
hurt.
gut. No, the
I'm
gut.
That
I'm
one
sorry.
hurt. The alarm goes off at 6:45.
That
What are we doing?
hurt. That hurt.
Not
a lot.
anymore.
What are we doing?
Not anymore. Now you're sleeping later because Jalen's out of school.
Peter, what is on my television on nights that I'm not working throughout the winter?
My guess would be Devils hockey with Don LeGrand.
Devils hockey.
All right. How much did he consume of Devils Canucks with the 10:30 face-off? Thank you.
How do you know? How do you know it wasn't on in my house?
You're a witness, counselor.
No, it's on in my house.
He leaves it on.
Should I have Gracie call in now and let you know?
Have the dog call it. He leaves it on for the dog at night. The late drop.
I got it on, man.
If I did a post game, you wouldn't watch a
It'd be your own people. That's all I'm going to say.
Can I just?
I've been very supportive of Alan Hahn throughout
For
his
sure.
career.
Except when there's a post game show on.
Hold
then
on.
he's out.
Hold on, but also you guys have post game shows all year long that
This is the
aren't
finals.
up against inside.
This
It's tough.
is the finals.
That's right. You're right.
All right.
You know what? It's tough.
Hey, look. When when things don't go well and they go like, hey, Alan, we got to make a change.
I was meant to ask you guys. It was on free TV on ESPN. Did you enjoy the Clash in Italy countdown show, or nobody was?
No.
I watched.
Anthony, did you?
I was working that night.
I sent you a picture.
Yeah, Anthony was watching.
I was tuned in.
I had one Jacob, you consumed?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Thank you.
I was working.
Thank you.
You got to understand something, Peter, and I think you do.
If they had WrestleMania in your backyard, you'd grab a hose and chase them down.
Well,
Get them out of here.
But I wouldn't say that. But I told you I was on my brother's show, Busted Open, yesterday morning. And I was listening to 15 minutes leading up because he had Chris Jericho on. Gave me way too much information on Rush, but what are you going to do? And so I told my brother that at the beginning of the interview, almost passed out. He's like, you were listening to my show? I don't listen to David's show. He's my brother.
But the commitment to listening to radio show as opposed to saying, oh, let me just flip on ESPN proper, see how my boy looks. You could mute it.
Have
I
not told you when I've seen you, I always send you about on point.
But it's always ESPN. It's not WWE.
That's when I'm available.
You run into
How much
me.
Devils did you consume this year?
I
Thank
can't-
you.
I'm going to be honest.
You're a
with you.
witness counsel.
I'm going to be honest with you. Did we play it? If we played it in the open of ENN, I enjoyed every minute.
I'm just.
I know
you doing wrestling is me doing hockey. I'm not going to get mad at you. You love me, but
I
not
always
that
had,
much.
by the way, I always
I'm
had
trying to get in my pants.
I threw it on a few times.
Hold on a second. That was a bit much. All I know is I support you, but I understand I'm not there yet. So I'm working on it.
I'm very supportive, but
Look,
sometimes
Joe
from
Namath said it
afar.
best. Alan, I hope you make the team.
Now,
I'm still trying.
Hold on, watch this though. Make you feel better.
Still
Alan.
trying.
Donnie, you tuning into the Yankees every night to hear Michael?
No.
Thank you.
Unless I'm just interested in the score.
Right. Let me get a quick score.
I thought he did the games in Cleveland, okay?
Yeah, you didn't even know. How about that?
So that doesn't mean am I anti-Rucco?
By the way, I saw.
I'm not watching the WNBA. Am I anti-Rucco?
Michael
Love Rucco.
Michael put up a post, a picture of Michael and Don, and said "back together again" or something like that. It was a picture of the two of them.
Yeah.
I look at the comments immediately. First comment: "The show is good until Rosenberg ruined it." There's people out there. It doesn't matter the heights that we went to. A 10-year run that, by all accounts, some of the most glorious time in the show. People see us every day and go, "The three of you, the magic," and there are people still just waiting to say you ruined it. All these years later.
I thought I was the one that ruined it.
No, I ruined it first.
Oh, you ruined it first? I can't even get that on my.
It was pre-ruined.
It was already ruined before you came and ruined it again.
It was pre-disaster.
It came pre-ruined. All right, guys, welcome to the program. ENN is what it's called. Now, I got some things to play for you.
You don't know.
Let's hear from Josh Hart.
Or Jason.
Josh spoke about how – what was Jason?
when they had to review the foul.
When Mark Davis called him
The referee
Jason.
said Jason. Actually, it was Zach Zarba, I believe.
No, there was
No,
Davis.
that's right.
No, it was pre-Zarba.
That's right. It was the other day. It was Mark Davis.
Josh says he has to get off to better starts.
We know, they come out with a lot of energy. They've been doing that all playoffs. And we've been very up and down with that, a lot this year. So we got to make sure we come in focused, with a great attention to detail and taking things a possession at a time. And, if we do that and we play our style of basketball, we're going to put ourselves in a good position to be successful. But we can't keep, getting into a hole and trying to dig ourselves out of a hole. So, we were fortunate to do that last game. Well, actually, all 3 games, all 3 of our wins. But we got to do a better job of, starting games off.
Well, unless this is 100% performative, which it's not. They may lose Saturday, but it won't because of lack of preparedness or like reading their press clippings or believing too much that they've already won. That will not be the reason. They are focused on one game and one game only. No parades, no anything other than winning Game 5.
They have been very consistent with that from the beginning, and that's why I think I mentioned it earlier in the show. I'll remind everybody. The Knicks have clinched every series on the road. When the team's most desperate that they're facing, you're home, you don't want to be embarrassed. Twice it was you don't want to be swept, and they still were able to walk into those environments and win big. So they've handled this very well in the past. I think they're 6-2 in closeout games on the road in the Brunson era. 6-2.
Well,
that's impressive.
Jalen was asked about hearing so many Knicks fans on the road.
I appreciate it more than I think I'll ever be able to say. And just very grateful and thankful. It's a really cool experience. And like I said, it's something that you can't really talk about, and you just have to experience it.
Let's just say it. He's basically perfect as a player. No, he is. He is a gentleman. He's not in any way a nozzle.
No.
He's just always a good guy, always says the right thing, team first, clutch gene. And, as much as we're on the brink of a bad day for San Antonio, we are also on the brink of a bad day for a man in the Bronx named Aaron Judge. Because the second the Knicks win that championship, it's over, bruh. This is Jalen's town.
Wow.
And that's not even a diss, though. I'm making it funny. It's not a diss. But anyone who was being honest would say Judge is now number 2. Jalen Brunson's number 1.
Wow.
Don, is there any – if they win the title, there's no conversation.
I don't know how you quantify that. Like, if you had a rule, listen.
The person who's brought the most joy to the city,
yeah, but you also
kind of wins.
Who also didn't drop a fly ball on the biggest stage in the moment,
right?
Who didn't hit anything big time in a World Series, your first one.
Well, no, and had other playoff series where he just absolutely.
Well, never mind that. But when you get to the ultimate round, what do? He has 30 points in 3 games, but it is interesting because also you can't say, well, the Yankees are a way more popular team.
No, they're not.
Right now.
No, the
Knicks popular. 20 million people are watching per game.
Guys, I've been here since.
I've been here since
different. 07. The Yankees have won a World Series in that time. Prior to that, I had been here in 03 and 04 during the playoffs run. I watched the Red Sox-Yankees Game 3 in New York, the last one the Yankees won. I've been around here for big Yankees moments. What we are seeing out in the streets of every borough and into the suburbs, I can only liken it to being like in the parking lot at WrestleMania. It's merch you think the entire city is going to the game.
I'm coming in here on the corner from the east, so you guys didn't see this. There's a gas station. There's a guy with set up shop with T-shirts everywhere. All stuff.
Hold on. On the Upper West Side, I live in one of the most boring, low-key neighborhoods in Manhattan. The corner of 72nd and Broadway, outside the Bank of America. A huge table bootleg situation set up with Upper West Siders. The Yankees in the last 20 years have not had a moment that sniffs this. They haven't.
I know, but you're probably right. But when I say quantify it, it's like it's not apples to apples.
Well,
no.
Judge has won 3 MVPs.
Because
Brunson has never won an MVP.
We all agree Judge is the better player all time.
As big as this Knicks run has been, and don't look at the national ratings. You got to look at New York. I don't know what the Yankees World Series numbers against the Dodgers did in New York compared to what the Knicks numbers were in New York. I'm sure they're very similar.
Okay.
Because there are a ton, even though there's the Mets here, there's tons and tons of Yankee fans. What would this city be doing if the Yankees hadn't won a World Series in 53 years?
Yeah, you're right.
That's the only way to make it really even.
It's fair, but that's part of the context of it.
Because if the Knicks had won,
but that's not. It's not about fair.
Do you
it's
know
about what it is.
But you also know, to me, and again, I could speak from experience. I'm the Yankee fan here. That to me, 2009 in Yankee world is like 50 years.
I know, but in Yankee world, in the actual reality of New York,
it's still when they were in the World Series 2 years ago, there was this sense of like. You know, winning this thing to end this drought.
But there's
also
Hold on, but why are we doing a whole apples to apples?
Well, all right.
Because it doesn't. What I'm saying is it doesn't even matter. Because this isn't about a personal insult. This is about a fact. Moving forward, until Judge were to win a championship or something else were to happen, if you were at an even place, an objective New York crowd, and they were to go to the big screen and they cut to Judge and they cut to Brunson, it's not going to be close. But it's going to be Brunson.
Also because you have 30% of the city that's a Mets fan that don't want to.
But never mind all that. It's just the one thing that helps Brunson and the Knicks, the 53 years. Because if Judge wins next year, or even this year, it'll be all right, go win another one. Because it's the Yankees. Imagine if the Knicks had 27 championships. And had just won a championship a decade ago.
Bro,
this would be amazing. But it's like, all right, we've seen this. This is fun. The fans would all be into it. But that 53 years has really been, I think, the whole reason this thing has been so special.
But these things don't happen in a vacuum.
Yeah.
The 53 years and the fact that when Brunson knows the 53 years is there, and his team is down 25 and on the brink, and he has an entire 53-year history on his back.
Of never getting it done
and
in that
he's burying
situation.
3 after 3 after 3. Literally, they have possessions,
I know,
Don.
I'm
There's
not-
not another human who can score on the court, and he's willing them to win. It does all the things you're saying are true. It just doesn't change, I think, the result, which is it's going to be Jalen Brunson's
And it's
town.
also this if there's a team that's going to end the market's drought of winning a championship, which goes back to the Giants in 2011. No team in the market in the major sports. I know the Liberty. I know the
fan base isn't big
NYCFC.
enough, yes.
I'm talking about the 4 major sports. There hasn't been a championship in that. That's the longest drought we've gone in this market without a team championship at the major sports. This ends that, and you could argue that if it was any other team, there's always going to be another part of the market that's like, I didn't want to see them win because I'm a Mets fan or I'm a Giants fan or I'm a Jets fan or I'm a Islanders fan. Or you know what I mean? The fact that this is such a unified thing to end a drought like that, it might be the first time that the entire market is happy, a majority, 99% of the market is happy that this is ending, right?
I'm just saying the 53 years change it because you look at Marc Messier. We all know that hockey's the 4th sport, all right? But yet Marc Messier is revered as a god. If the Rangers had won the Cup in 79, would he be revered as a god? If they had won the Cup 15 years prior, it was 54 years. So the 53 years is such a major part of this that no other team can really attach
listen,
themselves
all of it's
to.
a part of it.
Nobody said you're wrong about
It's really been you're right, Peter. He would be the king of New York because he's in a perfect storm right now. The way he's playing, 53 years, the way the team is playing, no other team
the
really
Knicks
competition
are the most
of popularity.
popular team in the city universally.
Right
Not
now.
even right now. Even when the Knicks are bad, they unify the city more than any other team. There are still people in New York who hate the Yankees. Find me the Brooklyn, New York fans who hate the Knicks. They barely exist.
But in New York, I'm not saying nationally, there still could be more baseball fans than basketball fans in New York.
That seems like, based on the stats, a very tough
because
hill
you can
to
run
die.
into people who don't follow basketball.
But Don's right. But Don, you're right. But here's where it's different, and it goes back to what you're saying about context. There are, statistically, more baseball fans in the city.
Right.
But right now, because of what this has become, this is a movement. Like, this is now people who aren't normally going to watch. They just see how special this is, and they want to be part of it. So there are more people watching this, and more people that know that guy number 11, he's their best player. And I now know who he is.
And I'm not trying to be ageist, but the average age of fan matters in terms of how it culturally impacts the city.
That's fair.
A lot of those fans that you would add up as being diehard baseball fans are over 60 and not even leaving their house.
Right, but that
so they don't know, but they just don't culturally impact the city in the same
Now, do you think
because they're not outside?
Another conversation. Do you think, though, that this experience, when it ends or if it ends in a championship and everybody celebrates and has a great time, whoever is the next team to win, will it be the same? Will this become like a new thing that everybody just gets behind it and you'll just see the streets filled?
No.
Or is this just
This
because
is it.
You don't think this just becomes like this new tradition of small town New York, if that makes sense?
No, because
getting
Peter's
behind
right.
the team.
Even football and baseball and hockey, it skews a little older. Like Peter's right. Basketball really skews to a younger demographic. That is. I'm not talking about the idiots that are beating up Spurs fans. I'm just talking.
They are not fans.
The gather outside. That's a young. You look at the young faces there.
Yeah.
There's something from a cultural
That's kind of what
standpoint.
I mean. People that aren't
that
really diehard. Like we always talk to the diehards. Again, like I said, the memorabilia in the basement people. They're the ones that are with you every day. But I think there's something about this younger generation that they get, and this is very 70s-ish too, because the generations are similar in a way, where they really get caught up in movements. And they all want to be part of it. Like, we in the streets is a big thing now, right? We out in the streets. And will that be, if, let's say the Yankees go on a run and they get to the World Series, will we have that watch parties and all that stuff? Because, hey, that was fun when we did it in the spring. Let's just make this a thing now.
I think the only team right now that could come close to doing this, even though there are way more Giant fans than Jet fans, because the Jets have a long streak, a longer streak.
Yep.
Maybe more pain, more suffering.
We might celebrate. We might run the streets just if they make the playoffs.
But they won't win the Super Bowl in Midtown Manhattan. You know, so it affects
All
the
right.
watch party thing. You know, it's different. The game's on a Sunday. It's just a different everything.
Well, no one
is
watches.
working.
I guess there are many Super Bowl watch parties. Like, you wouldn't do that at Radio City or Bryant Park or Central Park. Woman Rink doing a Super Bowl party. First of all, too cold. It's February.
It's too cold. And
Second
people
of
want to
all,
go. And
I'd rather be home with my own party. So I guess you're
Yeah,
right.
you-
I guess
yeah,
you're right.
throw-
What about
throw-
World Series though? It's October. It's not that cold. World
Can
Series.
be.
I can't get in Yankee Stadium. Might be fun to watch on this giant screen at one of these
listen,
great places.
And the other thing, since
iconic places.
where
in New
was
York City.
social media when the Giants won in 2011? Or in the Yankees
Infancy.
in 2009,
Infancy.
social media
Yeah.
to here. I mean, let's face it. Even the diehard Knicks fans are taking to the streets with a social media impact,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
You know, and so that wasn't necessary. Even though Twitter and Facebook and all that existed in 2011, existed in 2009, it wasn't what it is now, where everybody's
right
got
now,
it on their phone. It's all part of what's going on.
Last night, Game 4 right now is pulling 4 billion views.
Right.
On one game, because it is in the
Well,
heart
it's a-
of social
right.
media
It's-
time.
you can't
And
remove any of that.
The Yankees were recent in 24, but it didn't feel like that
No,
was you
it
were
was not
getting
even
views like
close.
that.
But-
and of course, the Giants. That's too long ago. That was the infancy of social
Right,
media.
but
So
imagine everything going on with the Leyritz home run. Like we lived in now, and the Tyree catch, if we
Absolutely.
lived in the now.
the Paul O'Neill catch,
I understand the whole apples to apples. It's something that we
the
say.
Jeter home run in 2000. You
There's
don't think that would have been?
There's so much. It's really just a perfect storm of the Knicks.
Let's
really.
I guess
when Alan Hahn's off Get Up, you got to pull in the big dogs because they're short Alan Hahn. You got to
That's right, he
step
took
up.
off today.
They brought in who?
So who could they get? The Magic Man. Here's Magic on the OG
that's who they
tip-in.
get to replace me.
To have a guy like OG who read the situation, and he's a guy who always hustling, and for him to tip it in and over two guys, right? There's two other guys down there, but also too, finally the size of the Knicks went in their favor.
Yeah.
And the size of the Spurs went against them, because if they had another big guy on the floor, which they don't have, then that might have been a different outcome. But give OG a lot of credit.
There's never been a better compliment paid to anybody in the history of the planet.
Yeah,
Allen's replacement on Get Up was Magic Johnson.
Yeah, they had to. They said, what do we do today?
Yeah.
How do we possibly rate?
Yeah, he did okay.
He did all right. Here's the Magic Man on Jalen Brunson.
It started with Brunson. Never forget this. That little man said, it's time for me to take the game over. And when he decided to take the game over, because everybody else was struggling, Greeny, that's when the players felt it. That's when the fans felt it. Here come the noise, the excitement, and then everybody felt better about the situation. When you're in a situation like that, the superstar got to come and raise everybody else's level of play up. And Brunson did that when he decided to take the game over.
Amazing.
He does that.
Great
he
job,
does
Peter.
that. Hey,
Guys,
all
guess
right,
what?
so
We're go ahead, Alan.
I
Sorry,
just
quickly.
one last thing, because this will be our last time talking before we know the result of Saturday. Speaking of Jalen Brunson, his last championship was in college in 2018 with Villanova. The game was played in San Antonio.
That'll do it for ENN here at Plattduetsche. Thanks to our friends at Milagro and thanks to Fanatics Fest. Head on over to the ESPN New York app. Find the contest tile and try to win tickets. Of course, you can come out here to Plattduetsche in Franklin Square and take in USA Soccer against Paraguay. Kickoff at 9 p.m.
Well, this was a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out.
Thanks to everybody that helped us get on the air and stay on the air.
Thanks to the
Enjoy
staff
the
for
weekend.
everything they did, too.
Monday, 3 o'clock. Be there. Be square.
The Knicks.
Launches a straight on three. Missed it short. Tip by Anunoby. He put it in.